All right, we going live now. We not gonna even wait on it. We gonna get it popping and get up in this joint, cause that's what we do. We just gonna get up in here and get shit cracking. Ain't no need in waiting. I do this all the time. I do this all the time, Jeter. Why do you do it? Turn it on. Do this all the time. Just bullshit and wait. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, dog. You can't do that. What up? We is up in here. We ain't even playing with them. I'm dark. I had to turn the lights on. I didn't have the lights up. So what we gonna do is close this, bring this here, go here, and then we gonna go to YouTube TV. What up, peoples? We is in here. We signing in. Oh no. I don't know if we want to do that. What y'all feeling like today? Y'all Gucci or we Gucci? Everybody up in here. We got people just showing up just to do the doggone thing. But, you know, we got to share the screen. Hold on. There we go. Got to make sure we get this intact. Make sure we get this intact. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can understand what's going on. Three-yard run. So, what y'all feeling comfortable with today? I got the beverages flying, so y'all know. We just up in here trying to see. I'm finna turn the game on so I can watch it. Mm. Offer in terms apply. $9.5 a month. This is crazy. 95 a month. Snacks, you were right about the Utah quarterback. They both have. Man, look, I tried to tell people. People don't understand. People don't understand. That boy was ridiculous. That boy is completely ridiculous. That's why I didn't make a video on Colorado this week, because it was concerning. Myles Garrett with the sack. It's going crazy right now. So we gonna have to see what's up. Myles with the sack off the rip. Yeah, Colorado, man. I don't know what they're going to do. For last night, it was crazy. Field goal, Patriots up 3-0. Yeah, the Colorado game last night was a bad game. There was no adjustment and no time in the game. And Caden Salter looked like he just did not know what to do. You know, it was bad on all fronts. And it was, I don't know, man. I don't know. Last night it just looked bad. There was no adjustment on either side of the ball. They couldn't stop the run, and they couldn't move the ball. That was, I tried to tell people that quarterback was gonna be, oh my God. And he just a freshman. He's just a freshman. He is ridiculous with it. And I tried to tell people Utah was gonna be different. But it is what it is, man. It happens. You know, and it was a bad loss, and they're gonna have to regroup. Coach Prime gonna have to make some changes. Pat Shermer's offense is not it. You're gonna have to let Byron Leftwich just get in there and make some adjustments and do his stuff. You know, last night was not a good look for Colorado. They had some people that didn't get to play because they showed up late and they didn't. And Coach Prime stood on all 10, all 8, however you want to do it, and held people out of the game and didn't let them play. And those are the results of you not doing your job and letting your teammates down. It happens. What's up, Richie? The beautiful Miss Richie is in the house. It's Pat Shermer has run his course. And that is the same thing in Cleveland. They are two mirror offenses of each other. That's why that's why no progress, no yards are being produced. And Caden Salter has been confused all season. He hasn't been able to make up his mind on what he wants to do. He looked really, really confused last night. And that defense of Utah was just go get them all night. He was just sending them. And there was no changes. There was no double tight ends put in to support the doggone blitz. You have to be able to to do something about that blitz coming. And you know it's coming. And it was coming all night. And they had to do something about it. Oh, okay. Here come Dillon Gabriel. Taking the physio. Here we go. Now, my objective in watching this game today is to see the progress in Dillon Gabriel. I need to see progress in his decision making, in his passing, and throws the screen. I need to see progress in his decision making and in the play calling. There's a lot to be decided when trying to see if a quarterback is progressing or if they're just stagnant or if they've regressed. So to be able to see and watch this game and to be able to understand if Dillon is making the same decisions, he's making better decisions, or he is just not seeing the field at all. And you'll be able to determine that more when watching the film, when watching the replay. But watching it live, you'll be able to see and understand some things. But you have to be able to understand that the Patriots are going to stop the run. Patricia McGee is back in the house as a new member. Appreciate it, my lady. Thank you very much. You have to be able to see his progression, like this pass right here, tight end across the middle, Harold Fanning Jr. wide open. There you go. That was your easy shot. But the way this offense is called and the way this offense is ran, this is a levels concept type of offense. So you have to be able to see Harold Fanning Jr. in that pass was the right choice, right? But in progressing, you have to be able to see if Dillon is, what's up, Lethal? If Dillon is progressing in his understanding of the offense, are you able to see the first level, which is Harold Fanning across the middle? But behind Harold Fanning is another receiver, which is the second level. And beyond that is a third level receiver. And then there's a receiver on the flat. To understand the concept of the offense and see if you're progressing, you have to be able to go beyond that first level. And as of right now in game 4, Dillon Gabriel is still on that first level. You see what I'm saying? It has to be a progression week to week. And this is the purpose of Dillon starting multiple games, because by week 4 or 5, if you're not seeing it, then you're not going to see it. Good play call. Good play call. Go, go, go. Now, that's where we're at with Dillon Gabriel. It's not that Dillon sucks. Dillon is a decent quarterback. But being able to progress means you'll be able to go beyond the first 2 levels and 3 levels of the football. Then soon you'll be able to see the entire field and understand the defense that's presented in front of you and not make the predetermined call, well, this is where I'm going to go with the ball. Because that's what he was doing all last week. Just like now, wide open in the flat. Got him, Harold Fanning Jr., touchdown. That's the progression. That's what you're supposed to see. Now, that's a good pass. That's what you're supposed to see when it comes to Dillon Gabriel moving the ball and matriculating the ball downfield. Mind you, that the Patriots are an awful pass defense. Like I told y'all, this week, Dillon Gabriel should be good. He should eat. He should have almost 300 plus yards passing in this game alone. because the New England Patriots are awful in passing. They are awful pass defense. They'll stop the run. Quinton Judkins is not going to eat. But Dillon Gabriel should have 300 plus yards passing in this game. And there's his first touchdown. That's what you should get from Dillon Gabriel the entire game. Because those passes are going to be there. He's going to have a ton of them. Cognac, if anybody wants some, I got it on deck by the gallons. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk football. I don't know how much of Colorado football we gonna talk, because I was disgusted by that play last night. They that just wasn't it. And Colorado had me kind of mad, because they didn't adjust. It wasn't no adjustments. It wasn't the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Miss Kate is in the building. Yeah, 12 never seen the field. No, 12 got to see the field, dog. Watching the Bears and listening to you. Okay, Miss Kate, that's what's up. Well, we gonna talk some football, and we gonna try to educate and explain out a few things while we watching the game. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate Miss Patricia McGee once again for becoming another YouTube member. So y'all make sure y'all join the membership, or we shall get to super chats during this live stream when we get them. I do got the Coronas and the Yak on deck, because it's Sunday. And guess who ain't going to work today? Your boy. My daughter is here, and she's in Houston right now. My daughter is here from Alabama. She's in Houston right now. So I'll see her once again later on today. I had to get my baby in town for a little bit because I was missing my youngin'. And then she decided, well, Daddy, I want to go down and hang out with a few people and hang out at the clubs in Houston, which, me being a parent, I ain't never with that wickedness, especially in Houston, because they're a little bit trifling down there. But it is what it is. You got to trust your youngins. You got to trust that you raised them right. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I did as such. Kicking the ball off back to New England. Nice return. So we gonna see what's gonna happen with this defense. Myles Garrett already got his first sack of the game. We're gonna see if he can get 5 or 6. Because Drake May will get happy feet in this pocket. And once you start putting that kind of pressure on him, he will lose it and start making critical mistakes. So the Browns can get 4 or 5 turnovers this game if done properly. But we're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, and Saquon has been turned loose on the New York Giants already. Saquon is up the field for 7 points. You know what I'm saying? The best running back in the game, Saquon Barkley, besides that young man in Dallas, because he is acting the donkey. That Dallas, that young man in Dallas is showing y'all how the football should be ran. So what we got? We got 3rd down and 1 for the Patriots. And we gonna see what they do. They're gonna have to be able to stop the run, because if not, if you cannot stop the run, you will not get this ball back in the time that you need it to run the score up. And that's what you want to be able to do. There you go. There you go. They lost the yard, so Patriots about to punt. Cleveland is about to get the ball back. So what are we going to do? So let's see if we stick to the run game to try to make the Patriots stay honest, or if they get pass happy and just start dropping back every freaking down, 1 through 4. Lavadan with the return. Just go down, son. Just go down. Just go down. Just go down. We're going to see what's going to happen. I got y'all on this. If y'all ain't watching the game, holler at your boy. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We got a defensive face mask call, so they're going to get 15. Add it up. I know y'all want me to understand. I know y'all want me to fuss about Shedeur not being QB2. Told y'all this was gonna go 2 ways. Either it's a blowout or it's a horrible loss. But either way, Shedeur is not supposed to see the field. That's what we don't want. Patricia, I got you. You can't see it in Virginia, so yeah, I'm listening. Don't worry, babe. I got you. We in here. See, I canceled everything I was gonna do today. I even bought this doggone NFL package so I could cover this game. And I'm not supposed to do that because I don't like the NFL like this. I don't need to watch them but the Cowboys, the Saints, the Eagles, the Giants, but that's my division. And all of them gonna always be on TV, especially in Dallas, in the Texas area. And I get to watch the Houston Texans. You know, so find your beach. But it is what it is. Just for y'all, so I can do this play-by-play and be a part of the things that you expect to happen. I bought the doggone league pass, which is too damn expensive. I might cancel it at the end of the month because this is ridiculous. But it is what it is. We're going to let it ride. We're going to let it ride right now. Miss Pepsi's in the house. What's up? We just over here talking football. We talking the things that need to be said. We're going to give a shout out to the CU aunties. Y'all didn't know it. Don't act like you don't know. The CU aunties is always in the build. You know what I'm saying? But back to our regular scheduled program. We can get back to the stupidity. You know. Okay, we back on the ball. 1st and 10. Cleveland ball. What we doing? Dillon in the shotgun. Here we go. Pass happy. All right. See, now that was the question. Was we gonna come out running the ball, or was we gonna continue to drop back and throw the ball. So on first down, we coming out passing. Dillon Gabriel right now is 4 for 4 for 45 yards and a touchdown. Well, what we doing? What we doing? Let's see. Now do we look like we finna run a thing. 1st and 10 once again. Junkies. Junkies got about 4. Cameron Carter, what up? Detroit aunties is in the house. A shout out to the aunties. You know what I'm talking about? Brock, we here for another banger. You already know, Brock. You know how we get down. This is what we do. See Shedeur, they got Shedeur on the sideline. He inactive today. He got a so-called back injury. You know, I don't know about that. I didn't seen. Here we go with another pass. You're gonna get him killed. You're gonna get him killed. You're gonna get him killed. 3rd down. See, here we go with these pass plays. You shouldn't have threw that right there. You gotta recognize. You gotta recognize. Sometimes you gotta pull it down and throw it away. That's where he was predetermined where he was going with that ball. Because he didn't look nowhere else. He turned directly to the right and directly to his left and threw that thing. All right, 3rd and 8. Here they come. Dillon Gabriel sails one out of bounds. 4th down. Cleveland Browns about to punt the ball. Okay, see now, that was my concern. Off the top, after that quick success in that first touchdown, my concern was, are we going to still run the ball and try to keep them honest, or are you just going to continue to straight drop back? And see, like I told y'all, Dillon Gabriel is best playing in shotgun, and they got him playing in shotgun. Dillon Gabriel is not under center. He playing in shotgun. If he go under center, they know he passing the ball. He handing the ball off. Dillon Gabriel is great in the shotgun. Under center, it's a hindrance because it takes him too long to get back there and turn around and see the field again. We here, man. Brock, DG has a pass called a hospice pass. Come on, Brock. We ain't gonna even talk about them hospital balls. They do be coming out, but we ain't gonna even talk about them, you know, because it kind of hurt a little bit. You know. Man. My people from it's still a lot of trade talks on that. They are not trading Shedeur. I know it's a lot of people out there talking about it. Who the hell called on it? That don't sound like mine. It better not be my truck. Y'all hold on a minute. They tripping. Sound like my daughter's car alarm going off. I believe it was. I don't know what it was. Drake may drop me back. See you, Auntie, checking in. 50 and fabulous in the building. Dillon Gable is ready today. I don't know, man. Vegas Auntie, my nephew isn't hurt. They playing games once again. Yeah, they playing with him. They playing with him. Shedeur is not hurt. We watched Shedeur. His entire college career, he's only missed one game, and that was the Utah game. There's no way Shedeur has back tightness. But I told y'all what it was in this video. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur hasn't been hurt his entire career, but once. All that pain he took in college, and you telling me he got hurt outside of practice? Really? That's what you telling me. But you know, it is what it is. I showed y'all the video. Shedeur was playing around in practice. He was jumping around. Now when he get home, his back sore, his back tight, his back hurt. It was an either or. They didn't feel good about this game, and they didn't want to have to put Shedeur in. Either it was going to be a blowout on either side, and either way, the backup is going to have to come in, and they would rather it be Bailey Zappe than Shedeur. So that's where we are right now. You know, I saw the videos of him throwing the ball around this morning and warming up and doing the things he's supposed to do. So, but they didn't. Either way it goes, just in case it was a blowout on either side, they didn't want Shedeur to have to come in the game. Or if Dillon Gabriel ends up throwing 3 to 4 interceptions and they have to switch quarterbacks, they didn't want to have to put Shedeur in the game, And I'm fine with that. Let Dillon get all the chances he wants. Let him get all the chances he needs. Let him have it. Because when it's Shedeur's time, we just want the same thing. Dillon has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? When it happens. We just let it happen when it happens. First and 10 for the Patriots. Drake May just threw a first down pass. We doing it again. But we gonna see. We gonna see what they gonna do when it comes to Dillon and Shedeur. We heard Jimmy Haslam come out and say basically that Dillon hasn't given them enough sample size. It's 3 games. So, it's 3 games. 3 games is not enough. But you get sacked again. Alex Wright, number 91, the right tackle. Opposite of Miles. Miles put the pressure. Miles wasn't even on the play that game. Why was Miles off the field? But they still bringing pressure. But we want to see. What is it, 39? Oh, here come Miles. Oh, Drake. Interception. Interception by Carson Schlesinger. Okay, rookie. The rookie got him a pick. Miles put the pressure on, and the rookie got him a pick. Here we go. All right, Cleveland got the ball. What we gonna do? The rookie got him a pick. Here we go with Dillon in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. All right, we got one in the backfield. Throw a quick screen and goes nowhere. Loss of 1 yard. What's the field position? We are on the other side of the 50. We are on their 35, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're on their 35 moving the score. But we gonna see. Dillon Gabriel, once again, is in shotgun. I keep telling y'all, they can't put him under center. Hike the ball, Dillon. Okay, Quinshawn. He almost got a delay of game. Are we working on it? Quinshawn just run for like 6. 3rd and 5. It's 3rd and 5. Of course, Dillon is going to be in the shotgun. They're not putting him under center. He can't operate under center. And people keep telling me, Snacks, you need to quit saying that. It's the freaking truth. He is not an under center quarterback. I told y'all that a long time ago. Oh, he was predetermined where he wanted to go with the ball. He out of bounds. Isaiah Bonds was wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Isaiah Bonds was wide open by himself. Gone. You got to throw that. All right, we should be kicking the field goal. Yeah, they're kicking the field goal. He's too small. He can't see. And he missed it. He missed the field goal. Well, they may move the goalposts at this point. I'm so sick of them in the blatant line. They get no points off of that turnover. I keep telling y'all, the man, I don't know what. I'm just a guy that knows a little bit about football, who's sitting in front of his computer in his damn tiny office. You know. It's halfway laughable that he couldn't see him. He couldn't see him. One was wide open. What's up, Big Snacks and everyone? I'm late to the beatdown. Wow, the Browns win. Chill out, Rob. Chill out. Chill out. They winning. They should win this game. This is a winnable game. This game is winnable. The Jets, after they come off the bye, they should win that game. They should win the next 3 games. but they are questionable because the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? All the members are stepping up in the chat. They are coming in the building. What's up, Gino? What the business is? These games are winnable, is what I'm telling y'all. But Dillon Gabriel is limited in the things that he can see and do in this game. That's why they've only operated in the shotgun. This offense is not a shotgun only offense. This is a play action offense. This offense is designed for the run and the play action to be a bigger participant of this offense. But because of Dillon Gabriel's limitations, you can't put him under center that often. You can put him under center every now and then. But you just can't do it. They just it's unavoidable. Don, what up? Yeah, I thought the game was televised. It would have been televised if Shedeur was playing. If Shedeur was playing, every game is televised. If Shedeur plays, they will get Sunday night games. They will get Monday night games. They will move one of them games to a Thursday night game. But until Shedeur takes the field, I had to buy the freaking NFL page just to watch this game. Wide open across the middle. Oh boy. Yeah, the game is not televised because they're not going to get the numbers they want to get. I can't wait till Shedeur starts. Because y'all gonna see so many Shedeur Sanders commercials and Deion Sanders commercials, it's gonna be ridiculous. And everybody gonna be mad. Money world, you doggone right. You can't do it on your tippy toes, you already know. Oh, they picking the defense apart. They picking the defense apart. They, I don't know why you playing zone. You come out better playing man against the Patriots. With a rookie quarterback, even though Drake May is in his second year, you come out better playing man. Should be 10-3, but the kicker missed the field goal, and that is not on the offense or the defense. That is kicker's fault, and he had a bad toe. You know, he got turf toe or something. Something ain't right, and they ain't picking up. So bad. Who texted me? Got another catch. Y'all better stop him. Somebody texted me. Oh, that was a text from the you spent your money to buy this doggone NFL package. My bad. Yeah, that was that thing. You spent all that money to buy this NFL package. But it is what it is. Oh, they in the red zone. They on the 8, 3rd and 6. Patriots got the ball. Oh, Drake made Myles Garrett with sack number 2. Myles Garrett with his second sack. Myles Garrett with another sack. Killing the game. So the Patriots about to kick a field goal. Let's see if they make their field goal. With the field goal is up and it's good. 7-6. 7-6 in the second quarter. Let's see what the offense looks like on this drive. Lord, I got people at my door. Y'all, hold on. I got people at my door. It's Sunday. You got that? Hold on. That's what I'm talking about. See, when y'all got respectable neighbors, you know what I'm talking about? When you got respectable neighbors, my neighbors coming through, let me know that they having a little get together today, and it's gonna be people parked in front of my house and parked up and down the street. So, you know, don't freak out. But we back on time for the kickoff, and let the boys get the ball. We finna see what's popping. All I'm saying. You know what you talking about? Here come the beat down on the L. Really? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all gotta recognize that Gino is a member. You know, we always acknowledge the members and salute the members with the yak. Oh, we running this one back. Out of bounds at the 25. Dillon Gabriel and the offense is coming back on the field. First and 10 on the 25. Touchdown on the first possession. Punt on the second possession. Missed field goal on the third possession. Let's see how we come out. Under center or in shotgun? We're coming out under center. We running play action or we throwing? Of course we not running play action. We handing the ball off if we under center. Because it is what it is. Flacco 17 with the Bengals winning Jets. That's the Jets, dog. We not giving Flacco no love for beating the Jets. The Jets are horrible. They missing Sauce Gardner ain't playing today. Tyrod ain't even playing today. There we go. We running the ball. When Dillon Gabriel is under center, we running the ball. And they know that. Derrick Henry just scored. Derrick Henry just scored. So the score is 7-6 on the Bears. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. Dillon Gabriel in the shotgun. 4 in the. Those Isaiah Bond incomplete. 4th down. Here come the punch. You hit him in the chest. You can't blame that on Dillon. You hit him in the hand. Isaiah Bond just got to hold on to that ball. We got the punt. We got a punt return. Can we get a turnover? What you need? A turnover. And CJ working. Yeah. Yeah, he working a little bit. But we trying to see what it is. We are trying to see what it is. But like I told y'all, this offense is predictable because when you put Dillon Gabriel on the center, they know that he gonna hand the ball off. Ain't no play action. You know, it was 3rd and 4. We didn't need but 4-5 yards. He hit him at the sticks, directly in the hands, in the chest. Isaiah Bond got to catch that ball. You can't blame that on Dillon. That's not Dillon. He hit him where he was supposed to hit him at, directly in the hand. You got to catch it. You got to catch it. And he didn't catch it. And that's not Dillon's fault. That's on the receiver. The receiver got to catch that. When he hits you in the hands, it's on you. It ain't on the quarterback at all. I don't care if you was getting hit by 19 people. If he hits you in the hand, you got to catch the ball. That's all I'm saying. And he hit him in the hand, and he didn't catch the ball. And that's a problem. I got emails coming in, everything. We busy today on a Sunday. Simply because I'm not going to work, so I got to keep answering all this bull crap about people doing what they supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's going berserko out here. It is what it is. Got him. Yeah. But we got to make it do what it do. And say, Chris McGee, they say the left hand ball hurts. Oh, he almost got that 1st down. That left hand ball spin, yeah. It's kind of crazy. Them receivers forgot how to catch with all them throws gave again. I don't know, man. It's just that you got to catch the ball when it's thrown to you. You know, if the ball hits you in the hands, That's on you. 2nd and 1 for the Patriots. Ooh, big lick. Big lick. Schlesinger come up the middle and put that hammer on him. That's what we trying to do. We trying to put that thing. You know. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Oh, they got an offside. False start. Okay, I thought they had an offside penalty, but it's a false start on the Patriots. They backing them up. They backing them up. False start. All right, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. What they gonna do? Third and 6. You know Miles coming, and he done got far outside too. Him and Schlesinger. Schlesinger bags up. Oh, incomplete. Here come the punt team. Here we go. Here come the punt team. Shedeur is not in uniform. Shedeur is on the sideline. He has the headset on. They've shown him once on camera. Larvadan is back to receive the punt. Touchback coming out to the 20. We got a commercial coming up. We're going to see what Dillon able to do. I know they listed Shedeur as inactive, but they said he's there. Yeah, Shedeur is there. He's on the sideline. He's not in uniform. He has the headset on, so he's listening to the plays and everything that's taking place. But we'll see how the offense moves on this possession. Now, this is where Dillon should shine, because now we're getting closer to halftime and the ball is going to be moved up the field quickly. This is Dillon. This is where Dillon is great at. This is his specialty right here. This is what he does better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league. This is what they were talking about when they were talking about the supercomputer, his processing power. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see, but we finna see what happens. What with a flashlight? The friends, I'm on YouTube TV, dog. That's the only way to rock. The best thing to rock it on. You know what I'm saying? The YouTubies of the TVs. All I'm saying is, this is the part of the offense, the 4-minute to 2-minute offense is where Dillon is good at, where the ball has to come out quick, where the ball has to be put on the sideline to stop the clock. You know what I'm saying? Now they talking about Shedeur not being active on live TV. Talking about baby Zappe. Dillon gave her father play quarterback. Oh. Dillon gets that pretty quickly. You just can't see all of them. Yeah. Here we go. Back there hanging on to the ball. Okay, okay, Thrash. Okay, Thrash. They moving the ball. Yeah, because he had predetermined where he wanted to go with the ball. And that is his problem. Flea flicker. They tried the flea flicker, but Dillon had a man in his face. It's hard. Scatterboo isn't gonna last that long with how he played. No, Scatterboo's a wrecking ball, dog. And he's from my alma mater. And I'm all for Scatterboo, but Scatterboo gotta quit trying to run people over. Second and 10, Dillon Gabriel under center. They know you running the ball once he gets there. Stop it. You're going to have to put him in play action in order. They know you running the ball once Dillon Gabriel gets under center, dog. You're going to have to change that up. Third and 14. What we doing? Oh, Lord. Lavadan, throw the ball, Lavadan. Who the hell called this play? Fourth down, we putting the ball. They tried to do a flea flicker, but Lavadan to pass the ball, and Lavadan got back to the line of scrimmage. He actually gained 2 or 3 yards, but it's just not. It just you can't throw a wide receiver. He threw the ball back behind the line of scrimmage to Lavadan. Lavadan was supposed to throw the ball to another receiver, but nobody was open. So Lavadan had to scramble and make something out of nothing, which he did. He ended up gaining about 2 to 3 yards. But it's just like the Colorado offense. This offense needs to be revamped. It's not. We need a new OC, and this jackass needs to stop calling plays. You need to turn the play calling over to your OC, to your offensive coordinator. That's what he's supposed to be there for. He's supposed to be there to call the plays. Give up the game. Let the game go. It's not your forte. Stefanski just needs to lead the play caller to the play callers. You hired a man to call plays and run your offense. Let him do that. Get out of the damn way. Exactly. Yeah. Everybody's a quarterback. This this offense needs to be this offense needs to be revamped. Stefanski doesn't need to be calling the offense. Stefanski needs to be managing the team. Stefanski needs to be the CEO, what he's meant to be. You hire the offensive coordinator, let him do his job. If you don't think he can do his job, then fire his ass and find somebody that can do that job. Because apparently, you calling plays is not working. Because everybody knows what you're going to call. Everybody's seen this playbook. They know this playbook from when doggone Pat Sherman was in Denver. When Pat Sherman was in Cleveland, they know this playbook. Something has to change. Something has to give. Something has to give. And Pat Sherman and Stefanski has to be the one to give up the ghost and let it go. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Patriots got the ball. Here we go. Pat Sherman and Stefanski both need to retire. Yes, they both need to retire. The offenses are dead. They are both actually Drake May on the run, throws it deep, wide open, across the 50 goal. My God. They're going to have to do something, man. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something. They just leaving people wide open across the building. Well, we going to see. We going to see right here. This right here shows your mustard. You know what I'm saying? It's a minute and 5 seconds left. It's a minute and 5 seconds left. Here we go. Going for the end zone. Oh, he called that. They called him out of bounds. Boy. Let me see this. One? No, he out of bounds, yeah. Boy. That man catches that ball. And it's a whole different football game. Is all I'm saying. Oh, Fundo! Now we know Shedeur was changing a bunch of plays when he was under Sherman. Yeah. Oh yeah. They got it back. Yeah, they got it back. Myles Garrett with the fumble, causing fumbles and shit. All I know is y'all better get some shit together. Cause Miles gonna be in their face all night. Here we go. 29 seconds left. Timeout. Timeout. They just called a timeout. Myles Garrett got 3 sacks tonight and a forced fumble. It's getting crazy. But we got 26 seconds left till halftime. And we gonna see what they do. Garrett is trying to catch up to, but he gonna catch him, dog. He gonna catch him. Ain't no doubt about that. Here we go. 29 seconds left. 30-18. False start. Here we go. Oh, you got to go for that. Timeout. You got to call that timeout. Oh, they going to let it play. They just going to kick the field goal. They going to let the time run out. Which is a smart decision. Which is what I would have done. That's a smart decision. That's a smart decision. That's what I would do. I would keep the field goal. Because you go into halftime ahead by 2 and you up. You know what I'm saying? Why would you? The question is, how are you gonna come out and play the second half? Because you came out on fire, right? You came out, you moved the ball downfield because the Patriots weren't ready for what you were going to do. Now they know what you're going to do. Now they know what you're about. What are you going to do to fix it? How are you going to change it? You know what I'm saying? Now that's the question. The question is, what do you do? They might block it. I don't know. I don't know if they block it. He might miss it. No, they wasn't gonna block that. He put enough height on that mug. He put enough height on that. If it was in the stadium, Myles Garrett got 3 sacks. You can't change it with Dillon. Now the problem, the question is, what do you do? The question is, what do you do? Because New England has 210 total yards, right? 1 turnover, 9-5 leading, got 9 first downs over 5. They got 3 penalties. They don't have, Cleveland has none. They 2 of 8 on third down. Cleveland is 1 for 5 on third down. Time of possession belongs to New England. And Saquon Barkley scored 2 touchdowns. Jackson Dart gave Scatterboo a hospital ball and got my boy beat up. Let's see. Dillon has 63 yards passing. Drake May has 168 yards passing. 47 of those yards were on the first drive that scored the touchdown on. You can't stop James Cook, dog. He is a true monster when it comes to running the football. Rushing yards, Terrell Henderson got 28. Poorly. Fanning got 37 yards. And Douglas, Fanning is leading the wide receivers with 37 yards and a touchdown. Myles Garrett got 3 sacks. And Jenkins got 3 sacks. But all in all, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. And y'all got Joe Flacco out here throwing for 9,000 yards. And Dillon Gabriel threw a touchdown, but it wasn't but a 6-yard pass. He still hasn't thrown the ball downfield. We gonna keep that on the table. He still hasn't thrown the ball downfield. He still hasn't done the things that says he's improving as a quarterback. He hasn't done those things. What you're looking for is for a quarterback. We've explained this. What you're looking for a quarterback to improve from game to game, especially as a rookie. We're looking for you to get better, for your recognition to get better, for your seeing the field, your progressions throughout your past progressions to get better. And that is simply still not taking place. And this is game 4. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's just not doing what it should do for a rookie quarterback. You should be progressing as each game goes on. We're not saying that you should win every game. We're not saying that you should throw for 300 yards every game, but your progression should be noticeable, and they're just not. He hasn't done anything. That pass for a touchdown, that wasn't a pass down the field. It wasn't a pass over 10 yards. The rest of the yards was running to the end zone. He ran 10 yards in the end zone. Well, shit, hell, that's what they want him to do. But it was the right decision. That was the point. But since then, it hasn't looked good. That's all we saying. Since that point, it hasn't gotten any better. Opening drives are meant to be what they're meant to, because all those plays are scripted. Everybody was on the same page. We worked on this all week. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And if this opens up, then we're gonna go here. But after those scripted plays, what has transpired? Because then it becomes the play calling. It's you adapting to what is being presented in front of you as an offensive coordinator and as a quarterback. You have to change with the game. If you see that they're loading the box, waiting on you to run the ball, that's when you introduce the play action. But you can't introduce the play action because Dillon Gabriel can't get under center and run the play action. So you have to run Dillon straight out of the shotgun. And running Dillon straight out of the shotgun only introduces one thing. You know you're going to pass the ball. We already got the box loaded for the run. So if you're going to pass the ball, we know you're not passing the ball over 10 yards. So everybody on my defense, we playing man on the outside, we playing zone in the middle. So when those passes come, there's nowhere for you to go. And as an offensive coordinator, you got to be able to see this. You got to be able to see that this is their defense. The box is loaded, but they're playing man on the outside. So now you have to introduce the slants, the crossing pattern. You got to know that they're blitzing from this one side, which is his strong side, his left side. That's the side they came from every time. You have to be able to change that up. You have to be able to call a screen to that left side and say, hey, we don't stop you from doing this bullshit. Don't put blitzing us over here. You call another blitz from on this left side, and we're going to screen your ass off, and we're going to hit you for 30. Now to slow that down. But as an offensive coordinator, you have to be able to see that. You have to be able to adapt to the position that they're putting you in as an offense. And ain't nobody doing that. And I'm sitting at home, and I ain't getting paid millions of dollars, but hell, I can see this shit. So what's the problem? The offensive coordinator is in the box. He's supposed to be able to say, hey, they keep blitzing from this left side. We need to screen off on this side so we can slow that down. They keep manning up on the outside. We need to run a cross pattern right here on this left outside corner so we can stop that. So we can make them play zone, or we can make them play tight man and make them give up some of this defense that they're giving up. You got to be able to adjust to that. That's what you got to be able to see. They should be winning this game. But the play calling and Dillon Gabriel is a hindrance because he can't play from under center. It's just that simple. He can't play from under center. And part of your offense is being able to run play action and run it from under the center. Run play action and shotgun is run the RPO. They not scared of Dillon Gabriel running the ball. He hasn't given them the appearance that he can take off and run for 15 yards. So we not scared of your RPO action in the shotgun. Pick your poison. You run the ball, we not scared of that. We stopping that. But I'm just saying, I don't get paid millions of dollars to coach football. In other words, we need a quarterback. Yes. Yes. See, in Pat Shermer's offense, which is this offense, Shedeur check out all that shit. This is what I see in front of me. This is the defense I see. I'm checking out all that. We not doing that. This is the play we run. And that's what Kevin Stefanski don't want. That's what you should want. You should want a quarterback that can see, that has enough trust in himself to deliver the ball from anywhere. But, you know, that's Shedeur. We don't want him on the field. We don't want to win. I need to be right as a coach. But I'm just an observer sitting at home. I don't play professional football. I just coach 10 and 12-year-olds. You know, that ain't my job. I ain't no real football guy. I didn't go to Penn and graduate with a communications degree that everybody thinks that makes me extra smarter than everybody else. I just went to lowly Arizona State and got a couple of business degrees and things like that, you know. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is the offense needs to change. The play calling needs to change. The plays need to match the defense. And you see what they calling on defense. They want you to throw them short. They daring him. Throw these short balls. I dare you. Throw one across the middle and watch what happens to it. Wait till it get. It's gonna be third quarter, and he's gonna start having no choice because he want to get the lead. But you're gonna start throwing them across the middle. You're gonna start throwing them short passes, and you're gonna see 1, 2, 3 of them go to the house. And they're gonna be mad. FDG's a little hey. I'm telling you, I'm just a pee-wee coach. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I wasn't blessed with NFL knowledge. You know, I don't know NFL defenses and offenses and things of that nature. Football is football. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. It's the same thing, dog. Football is football. Football is football across the board. But Cleveland gets the ball coming out. I need to re-up. I need to get me another beer. I'm running. I'll keep the yak. I'm gonna go get me another beer. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Hold on. I gotta wait till after kickoff. We can't do nothing yet. We can't do nothing yet. We gotta see this possession. We gotta see what we gonna do. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here go the kickoff. Oh, we got the return ball. Okay, Worley returns the ball. Got a flag on the play. What happened to Scatterboo? He got thrown a hospital ball and got sent to the hospital. How you get a legal formation on the kicking team? It's a straight line. Here we go. Dillon Gabriel in the shotgun, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, no tight ends in the game. And we throwing the ball, throw the ball to the flat, and a loss of 1 yard. We throw the ball to Ford, and it's 2nd and 11. They know you're not throwing the ball deep, dog. They're not scared of you. Throw. I need to be off. I need to do something. Just let me call 3 plays and we got a touchdown. Just 3. That's all I need is 3. And if you do the right thing, it's 6 people in the box. They're not scared of you. The box is loaded. 1 deep safety. How do you not This is so bad. The box is loaded. The box is loaded. Dog, you have to audible out of that. Box is loaded again. Trips to the right. Now they drop 3 back and forth. Now they dare you throw the ball. Where you going? This offense. This offense is so predictable, though. This offense is so predictable. They finna punt. The ball deep. If you throw it deep, you will beat them every time. I'm gonna go get me a put in my car. I'm gonna use the bathroom while I'm out there. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. This is ridiculous. This is bullshit.
Yeah, what we got?
Oh, y'all just let the man run like that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All right. We refresh. They didn't let these people establish the run. It's going crazy. Here we go. Look, he's going again. Henderson is at it again. Ridiculous. Quick pitch. Quick pitch. This man just ran for about 25 yards. This is going to be wide open with the flea flicker. Hey, remember when Cleveland tried to run that play and didn't work? DG might break a better 100 yards today. Nah. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Son, what are you doing? Maybe doing a couple of slices left. You want to say hello to the stream? You don't want to say hello to my people?
Yeah.
Y'all, this is my eldest boy. You gotta get the oh Lord have mercy.
But my fantasy team is going to be my only one.
Who you got on your fantasy squad?
It hurts. Commanders, on Monday, so I hope I
you should be all right.
No, it's like 89, it's like 83.
You should be all right. You got a Monday game, right?
I'm going versus Saquon Barkley.
Oh, this Saquon is hot right now.
I know. I'm going versus Saquon Barkley right
now. Saquon is hot right now. He can score twice.
He got like 32 right now. 30 points.
Yeah, Saquon has scored twice. And touchdown, New England.
I should have picked him up too. I thought about it. But I was
like, see? That's what I'm talking about.
But next week, I'm going on easy win. Next week, I will.
Look at him. Gino talking about hello, little snack. That's my linebacker, dog. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all state this year, so. My boy about that business. He know how to read them offenses. He know how to go get it. He know how to go get it.
Let me show you how good I am.
Man, I don't care about your 2K stats, dog.
Well, I do. This is what me and my team do. Holding the guard to the no points, the no points. My dog had
Is that my team or is that what?
That's what I created.
That's your creative player.
Yeah. Look, hold the guard to no point. 0 for 6, 0 for 4. Hold him to no point.
You playing the D or what? Or you guarding?
I'm the big.
Oh, you playing in the middle?
Yeah, I'm playing the help side too. I'm playing help side defense, all that.
Okay, you shining a little bit.
In regard to no
You
points,
shining a little bit. I see
how
you.
good, like, our defense got us.
I see you shining a little bit.
Yeah. That's just like, and we went on an 8-game streak, by the way.
You shining a little. I'm gonna give you some problems. I ain't give you major problems. I'm gonna give you a little bit. You gotta go on a 20 plus game win streak. New England finna beat the brakes off of these boys. They still ain't putting no points on the board. Their first drive was the opening drive, and it was all scheduled plays. See what you gonna do now. Now you down 9. What you gonna do? Now you down 9. What you gonna do? How you gonna get back? See, now this is where they're going to revert to a lot of passing plays, and this is what's gonna get them in trouble. Listen, that guy. This is what is gonna get them in trouble. Because now you down 9. It's just the third quarter. You don't have to change your offense yet. But see, what they gonna do, they gonna panic. And they gonna go to a lot of passing play. And it might turn into some picks. That's gonna be the problem. DGO's about 3 picks coming up. Yeah, he in debt for about 8, you know. It's kind of nasty. We gonna see. 7 plays, 77-yard drive. But we gonna see what you gonna do. Here we go with the return. Warrior gets the ball back, returns it back to the 30-yard line. Here we go. Huntley running the ball down. Y'all let Tyler Huntley run loose like that in Chicago? Man. Y'all better get it together. Y'all better get it together. Dillon Gabriel on the center. We running the ball. And you know the box is loaded. They loading the box all day. They not letting you run the ball. They gonna make Dillon Gabriel beat them in the air. Tyler 113 to 14, 152 yards. Oh my God. Tyler over there going berserk. I need to turn the Red Zone channel on. But I can't right now because I ain't in my living room. Next week, we're going to do this from the living room. Oh, you throw that short pass and got Quinchon Junkins just demolished. It's about to become smelly, yeah. You throw that pass to Quinchon Junkins and you got a linebacker sitting in his hip pocket. Where you thought he was going to go? The pass wasn't about but 2 yards, y'all. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you. Y'all don't upset Miss K because on her Bears, she don't want to talk about the Ravens. Here they come. Pick, there it is. Pick 6. There's the pick-a-lily. Oh, there's the pick. That's the first one. That's one. It's coming. We know it's coming because they're waiting on you. I'm telling you what they doing all day, and you don't want to listen to me. There it is. They sitting on your passes underneath. You can't throw underneath. He threw it behind. He threw it short. Lord have mercy. They sitting on him. You can't do it. You gotta go over the top. Myles Garrett with sack number 4. Myles Garrett got 4 sacks in the third quarter. He about that business. That pick was thrown directly to the linebacker. It was short. It was behind. It was behind Njoku. It was just a bad pass altogether. But he doesn't look down the field. If I run that play back, and if you look down the field, it's a Jerry Jeudy streaking by himself. Just throw the ball. Third and goal. That's Trayvon Diggs, dog. They are. I've been telling y'all this since the game started. They sitting on all them short passes because they know Dillon is not going deep. Me, YouTuber went silent for 5 minutes, hands on my head. Bruh, I'm telling you, they don't know what they're doing. New England knew it was coming. Their job is just to sit on all the short passes. Linebackers, everything crossing, just sit there and just wait on it. It's coming. Because they know he's not going deep. They've already seen it. They watched the film. I'm hoping Broncos will trade Bo Nix for Shedeur and Gary next year. Browns can have another Oregon quarterback. Tippy toes. Y'all already know. Hey, the Broncos play the Cowboys today. You hear me? At this 4 o'clock jump, this 4:25 game. The Cowboys and the Broncos will go head up, and we will come out victorious, even though I don't like Jerry Jones' ugly ass, and I really don't. Well, never mind. I ain't in Cowboy support mode right now. Even though we playing real good, Dak is in MVP mode. Oh, if y'all didn't realize, Patricia McGee became another member of the. If y'all didn't understand. The assignment. We temporarily against each other later today. Oh, of course. I feel you, Robert. I ain't mad at you. I know that's your squad. You Colorado weird. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. And in Texas, from Texas, no Jerry. Exactly. Don't even like Jerry. Touchdown, Mr. Diggs. First touchdown of the season. In there. Gotta hit him with the yak. Gotta hit him with the yak. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's just his first interception, but it ain't his first interception drop. They didn't drop like 12 of them. Dillon Gabriel should have at least 8 interceptions on the season. Cowboys was my grandpa's team, so I can't hate them too much. Oh, okay. I can hate him because I don't like their owner. Well, he a piece of shit. I like the players in the squad, but the owner a piece of shit. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. Jerry Jones ain't worth a crap. Jerry Jones is not that boy. We need to go and get him out of the way. Ben Johnson sick of Caleb Williams. Don't do that, y'all. Get me in trouble. All right, here we go. We finna go back on offense. Finna go back on offense. I keep telling y'all how this offense needs to be ran, but ain't nobody listen to me. I'm just a man in the game and stuff in his little bit of office talking bullshit. First and 10 on the 28. Here we go. Here we go. Offense is what it is. I salute you. Yeah. Man, look at man. Jerry Jones is a piece of crap. We already know what it is. We already know it. How we got a flag already? How we got a flag already? Nice girl has entered the chat. If it wasn't for Miles Garrett, Drake may be looking like Drake Brace. Browns got their first flag. Who is all these people that's contacting me? Oh, this is the doggone. It's a football league cat. I don't care nothing about it right now. We talking about this football game. Rob is in the building. What up? Dillon is back in shotgun. 3 wide receivers across the middle. Don't fit it. Look at this man. This man, Njoku catches the ball and is immediately tackled by 3 defenders. Immediately tackled by 3 people. They sitting on it. They sitting on it. Travis Hunter commercial play. Yeah, Travis, that boy. Like, we on the center, so we know we handing the ball off. And he loses 2 yards. If you under center, they know you running. We ain't talking to y'all right now. If they on the center, they know you running. Because they know Dillon Gabriel cannot. We in the shotgun again. We got 3 wide, 1 tight end. And throws the ball 3 yards and still don't get the freaking first down, 4th down. Bruh, you got to progress to the second level. Gabriel not throwing to him in Joku because he's the tallest guy on the bruh. Oh, we going on 4th and 1? Okay, here we go. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. 3 wide, 1 tight end set. Screenplay. Look, man. Say more 3 doesn't need the same name because it's just one of them days. Oh, you hear that? Yeah, that's my ringtone, dog. That's Mo 3. That's my boy. That was my boy before he got up out of here. That's my boy. Dillon Gabriel on motion, throwing deep. He going deep. He going deep. And it was almost picked. Well, it's intercepted. Shit. The ball is intercepted. Another pick. God. That's 2. Oh my God. That's 2 people. That's 2. I ain't gonna jump up and down. I'm just saying that's 2. You can't blame the sunshine. He threw the ball. You throw the ball and it get picked, it's a pick. Dillon Gabriel is 11 for 18 with 75 yards and 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. The Piccolini. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I paid for it today too, Texas. I paid for the doggone package too. Don't forget the other 5. Well, we can't count the other 5 because they ain't there. But they need to be there. They should be there. Yeah, we knew it was gonna catch up with him sooner or later because he been throwing damn near interceptions every game. They trying to act like he ain't never threw no interception, but you been putting balls in harm's way all season. It is what it is. It ain't gonna change. This is what he is as a quarterback. They knew this what he was as a quarterback, and it was gonna bite him in the ass sooner or later. It had to, because he been getting away with it for 3 games. 3 games he has gotten away with not throwing a pick, which he should have at minimum 8 picks right now. But 3 games he has gotten away with 0 on the stat sheet. But they know this is why Shedeur back's hurt. because we don't want them calling for Shedeur, even in New England when we out of state. $23-7. Ass whoopings are happening. We got 2 interceptions and a touchdown. This is why they act like 12 is hurt. Oh yeah, we finna throw the ball. This might be a 3-4 interception game. Now that quick pitch, there you go, third down. They finna put some more on the board. They finna put some more on the board. We finna see what they gonna do. You won't get Zappe right now, but 1 or 2 more interceptions, you might get Bailey Zappe. And if Bailey Zappe enters the game, we know what time it is. Beat down is in town. Browns media brought up Gable and Brady, only QBs with no turnovers through the first 3 games. Well, that's over it. Oh, Monday morning, all of Cleveland is going to be in a tizzy. We got 2 interceptions. What do you say, Patricia? Wow, I step away for 1 quarter and come back to this. See, you should never leave because it got interesting fast. Oh, the Cleveland media Monday is going to be on a head hunt. They're going to be head hunting. Madness is Monday, yeah. They're going to be head hunting Stefanski, Gabriel, and anybody else connected to this offense. Myles Garrett, you can't say nothing about Myles. He got 4 sacks and a forced fumble. You can't say nothing about Myles. I told y'all, Shedeur got a back injury because they didn't expect Dillon Gabriel to play with. And we got a flag on the play. You could went 1 or 2 ways. In either or way, they didn't want Shedeur Sanders to touch the field. So here we go. We got pass interference on the defense, first down. But I said that in my video the other day, so it wouldn't come out on Sunday looking like I was a hater. But I already knew what it was. But I was busy yesterday with football and my son's birthday parties for his buddies and all that stuff. So I had to get the video out late. But now we here. We watching it live. And it is what it is. Y'all let Drake May get out the pocket like that to be in up the field 30-40. Oh my God. It looked like the Colorado defense last night. That was just bad. That looked like Colorado defense last night. That just hurt my soul. You just letting the quarterback do what he want to do. But that's what happened when you play man. They was playing man in that defense. And he going deep. He got him beat. Touchdown. Touchdown. He got him beat. He had him beat deep. Well, no, you knew about that. That's how you throw the ball. If Cleveland would do that, this is what we would see. If Cleveland would do this right here, they caught him in man too high, and the safety was too busy watching the inside, and he got caught. And how do you let the wide receiver get behind you if you playing too deep? That wasn't supposed to happen. The safety should have been over the top. But you got caught looking inside. And you get beat deep. But Cleveland should be able to do this all day because they playing short. They playing the underneath routes. They not letting you catch nothing underneath them. But you can beat them over the top all day. This is pitiful, dog. That shouldn't be happening. Look at that safety bite down like that. That shouldn't be happening. This is bad. This is bad. They call it dumbness. This is bad, dog. It shouldn't be this bad. This is a game that they should win. They should actually win this game. Y'all letting Drake May just eat you up. Let me see what Drake May doing on y'all. What we doing? Drake May 16 for 22 for 3 touchdowns and a pick for 250 yards. All right, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It was just 9-7, yeah. Go run up pretty quick when you throwing picks and shit. Here we go. Dillon gave us in shotgun, 3 wide, 2 stack to the left, 2 stack to the right side of the screen. Ball batted in the air. Tried to throw it short. Man, look, man. That was almost a pick right there. They know he throwing short. See, but now they got, like I told y'all, now they got it where they want them. You can't do nothing but run all pass plays. And they gonna hunt all day. Look at the box. It's 8 people in the box. What are we doing? It shouldn't be no way there. You got 8 in the box. And you throw the ball 3. You cannot throw the ball 3 yards, dog. It's 8 people in the box. And you still throw the ball 3 yards. Where's your freaking offense? Now you going in a hurry up. That's Dillon's strength, but it's too late. What the hell is he throwing the ball? Flag on the play. Now they gonna get a first down because they call holding. But yet still, he wasn't throwing the ball 6 yards down the field. The ball is not going nowhere. They know what you're doing. You got to do something different. This is play action. This should be a 20-yard shot right here. 15 yards at least. Cross the middle, because the middle is wide open. Look at this shit. The man caught the ball 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. This is ridiculous, dog. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. And now they got to call a timeout because they can't get the play in time. This is sad. This is sad. This is horrible. This is bad, dog. You shouldn't. They know you are dinking and dunking the ball. You got to do something different. But you don't trust your quarterback enough to do something different. You gotta do something different, though. This is cool right here, dog. Computer. This is stupid, dog. Once again, you gotta do something different. They usually look for a slight improvement week to week. What are the Browns doing? They ain't doing shit. Let me tell you what they doing. They ain't doing nothing. They getting their head thumped off because Dillon Gabriel is not going to throw the ball past fucking 5 yards. He is not going to throw the ball past 5. He got one deep pass. It was a pick, but everything else, he's not moving the ball down the field. Number 5 alive. If y'all don't know, y'all don't know. I ain't gonna even tell you. I ain't gonna even tell you. If you don't know what number 5 is, you don't know what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. My daughter is walking in the door with some of her friends. Y'all give me 1 second. Cause my baby here from Alabama and they back from Houston and I gotta see what's up.
Hello to the chat. Hello to the chat. What is the chat saying? Hello, chat. I look lopsided on the chat. I look lopsided on the chat. I see myself right there.
Y'all in the chat. What's up, chat? Y'all see my people?
Oh, you see yourself right there, mommy?
Y'all see my people?
They not saying
why
nothing.
they in here on the chat.
Hey.
The chat on the right side.
Well, they're not saying nothing.
Oh, Dillon gave her back. He's scrambling. He's running. He got the first down. Okay. We good.
Hello. Oh, somebody said hello.
The peoples is in the chat.
What is that? At BINNY.
You don't
SWT.
have to read that part. Little snacks. That's not me.
That's
No.
Snacks.
No.
Hello. Brock.
Mom.
Hello, Nisi.
Nisi Gura.
Hey.
Hello, Eric.
Y'all is all in my chat.
She's not his daughter.
In my chat.
She's not his daughter.
Oh.
She's his wife.
Oh, we going. He throwing. Oh, fumble. That's a fumble. Lord Dillon. Little Dillon finna screw it up for everybody.
It's Vita.
Mom.
Hello, Gino.
Mom.
Okay.
I'm not. Literally no.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Me is all in.
Mrs.
Hello,
Snacks.
Miss Pepsi.
Mommy, you Mrs. Snacks.
No.
Yes.
Oh. Jake Jackson. Wait a minute. Okay.
4, 6, 7. 6, 7.
All right, here we go. We're in the shotgun again. We got 3 wide. Throw it short. Got the hospital ball. He gonna get these people killed, man. Hospital ball. That's all I'm saying. Another 3-yard pass.
That Dollar General throw. That's hilarious. Hello to the chat.
3 wide again.
Catch up.
Oh, he got out the sack. Run, Dillon.
Bill Pickle Dillon.
No, man.
Why they call him Dollar General? Oh, he named Dillon Gabriel. They call him Dollar General.
Yeah. He is not worried.
Hey, family. They sold chocolate and fruit. Thanks, Mommy. Say
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
This is what I gotta deal with every day, y'all.
Oh, please.
They just jumped in the chat. They come home and say, hello. We up here. End of the quarter, flag on the play.
Oh, you're welcome, Queen.
You're welcome. Oh, the number's going up now because we're here. We're here, y'all.
Because we're the chat. You're not the chat anymore.
We're here.
I'm going live on a live stream every day. But just to look at myself. And they're going to talk to me. Mommy, you young lady.
Hello, Rob.
Mom.
I mean, here we go, y'all. 4th and 11.
You're in good hands if you have
We
to deal
got
with those
5
queens.
wide.
You see that?
We got 5 wide.
He don't care.
He throws the ball. That's out of bounds. Gary Jr. unplayable ball. It's uncatchable.
That you don't care. Take over.
We're taking
Exactly.
over. We're taking
Exactly. He
over.
doesn't need to be here anyways. You can leave.
We're taking over.
What y'all want me to do?
One live at a time.
I can put
One live at a time. We're taking over.
So if you guys want to see me again, I can put my Cash App and y'all can send me some money so I can use it.
This is just,
We're taking over. That's what it is.
I'll be here tomorrow, guys. Don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow. 'Cause I don't have to
Timu
work.
Tua. Oh my gosh. That is funny.
That's hilarious. Like actually.
Thank you, Big Meech.
Larry Hoover.
Hey,
Whipping work.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
Hey,
One nation
Hey,
under God.
Hey.
Period. He ate that up.
Period.
Period. Another pick. 6-7.
Y'all want to see something? Why did it? The red
Don't you
zone.
start.
Yes.
We have new announcers. Exactly.
We got red zone.
Yes.
We got this one. Rick Ross.
Ross.
Exactly. Big Beach. Larry.
Oh.
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 Finna call Tia. Finna call Tia. She called him a big bag.
Lord.
Tia Kemp, his baby mama.
Oh.
See that? They need me. I'll pray for you. Pray for him for what? Where he's? I'm amazing. He's amazing.
You're amazing.
Hello,
Hello.
Texas Cannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna need all them prayers, dog. Cause it's rough right here. They just show up
We
and take
taking
over.
over. We taking over.
They just show up. I was out the room. They come back and this is what I got. You know what I'm saying?
He scored 52.
They show up and boom. I have no
got
control
30,
over nothing.
so, you know.
You know,
I'm not trying to do that.
it's just been that way. You know what I'm talking about? They done got all my chairs.
Yes, 30.
Well, this chair is hers.
I'm gonna have to, you know.
You can just buy another
chair.
one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
third chair.
Ladies first. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Where Gaby at?
All I'm saying is the fuck for
Look, the Eagles got
the
31.
ball, 1st and 10.
I think.
Now, which one are you talking about?
Here they go.
You talk more crap to him off the screen?
I probably.
All
I
I'm
think
saying
you're talking
is
about
who
you,
at the
though.
front door?
Hey, Gaby.
And the baby boy walks in the door.
Come say hey to the chat.
And the baby boy walks in the door.
Hello,
Show
ladies.
for all the
Nice to
games.
see you.
Right. Hello, Nia. What are you doing?
Saying
They
hello to
took
the
over my
chat.
chat, dog.
We taking over.
For the 99 and 2000. Girl, you working?
Drake May drops back. Oh! Myles Garrett was sack number 5. Myles Garrett with another sack. Sack number 5. What is that?
Look, this is what I.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
This is the baby snacks. Y'all seen the little one. This is the teeny weeny one.
That's what I said. Because everyone in Breakfast Singer looked
All
like
I'm
to
saying
me.
is,
Anyway. Because I took a screenshot. Because they do. Look. Oh, these are
All the way out of the way, K Journey.
He's
All the
still
way
in the
out
camera,
way.
but it's okay, I guess.
We up in here. We up
hey,
in here.
I'm just here, dog. You know
We
what I'm
up
saying?
in here.
I'm just here, dog.
I don't even know where it is.
I don't even. From here on what, man?
Ladies, take over.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
I'll be here tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. I will put my cash app in the chat, my Zelle. Cash app in the chat. Oh, wait.
All right, here go the punt. The punt short. The punt didn't cross the 50. The punt didn't cross the 50. So Lil Dillon finna come back and take over once
Little Dollar
again.
General. They call him Dollar General. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Blacko winning.
So far.
Oh, hey, nephew. Oh. The Eagles are winning, though. That's what they think that way.
No, the Giants ain't winning. Saquon going off, but
Saquon.
What happened to
He almost as tall as his pops. Exactly.
Scatteroo got knocked
Dad.
out because
They say you got a beautiful family.
they threw him a hospital ball.
Thanks.
Right, he in the
Because of the
background
queen.
because we taking over.
They didn't kick me out, dog. I'm just here.
We're taking
Man in the
over.
mic.
Man in the mic. No, this is not even your mic anymore. We're gonna make it blue and yellow and orange, blue.
Some bling on.
We're gonna bling it out. We're
Y'all
gonna be like,
not gonna put no
welcome to the
swastikas
chat.
on my doggone
welcome to the
microphone.
chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. So what we're gonna talk about today, chat? What's in the
If
document?
he don't score his own, nah, he ain't gonna score, dog. We might get another pick because he got to throw the ball.
Why
They
you so
gotta try to
loud?
put some
Why you so
points
loud?
on the board.
Oh.
Miles got 5 sacks.
Family Sundays. That's what it should be called. You're
Live.
smart.
Live.
You're smart. You was kind. You was smart. You was important.
Luka
Luka.
got injured. Wait a minute.
Jokic?
No, Luka.
Luka who?
Luka. Doncic.
Oh. The NBA is in trouble.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Ron.
LeBron got signed out. He don't know that.
Ron. Family Sundays. Exactly. Exactly.
Look at Patricia. Yeah. Dillon is balling. Dillon balling, all right. They gonna ball Dillon ass right over there to the sideline. Here we go.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Here we go. We back in the shotgun.
Here we go.
I can't see how many. Well, we got 3 wide again. 2 tight ends in the game. Here we go. And the crossing route, 3 yards. He ain't throwing the ball downfield. He is testing at 2 yards. And it's a 5-yard game. It's 2nd and 5. Here we go. With 3 wide again, 1 in the backfield. Throw a screen to Dillon. That's that same screen to the left side I've been telling y'all they need to do all game.
Hey, family.
Bye, chat.
All right, the chat, they getting out.
Dylan Pickles.
We back in the house.
Dollar General.
We back in the game. Touchdown, Njoku. Touchdown, Njoku. Njoku wide the hell open across the middle. Well, he wasn't wide open, but that was a hospital ball, but oh man. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That shit ain't happening no more. That was a good pass. They going for 2. They really don't. They got time to come back. Harold Penny tried to one-hand that thing. Didn't care to not Dollar General, he Penny General. All I'm saying is it's gonna take a lot. Dallas Goddard scored for the Eagles. Eagles up 31-13 on the Giants. They kicking their ass. And the Patriots up 30-13 on the Browns. Myles Garrett got 5 sacks. All I'm saying is Myles is having the game of his life, and Dillon Gabriel is poo-pooing it. 19-31, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 144 yards. More to come. My kids are cute there. I'm gonna need y'all to send some money because that's what it takes for all them. That's what they doing. Yeah, Myles Garrett gets defensive player of the week no matter what. The man got 5 sacks and 1 forced fumble this game. You can't help but to let him have it. That's all his. That's somebody's season. Yeah, ain't nowhere for you to go, buddy. That's a 5-6 yard loss on that run play. Yeah, Myles Garrett just got somebody's season in one game. Nice family salute. Come get him. All I'm saying is they got time to come back, but they got to get the ball back. Now they need to cause turnovers, but when you throwing darts like that, it's kind of hard. See, it was 2nd and 15. Now it's 2nd and 14. That's what happens when you throw the ball beyond the second level of the defense. That's what I'm saying. It gets better, but now you're going to have to call a timeout right here. No, you ain't. And he going deep. That's offensive pass interference. What's offensive pass interference on Diggs? That was a blatant push off. That's Denzel Ward, boy. Decline. That's Denzel Ward. That's one of the best DBs in the game. No, Vrabel, if y'all don't know, Vrabel was a coach in Cleveland. Cleveland didn't give him the head coaching job. He went to Tennessee. Cleveland could have kept him on staff. So Vrabel is going to run it up if he can. Flag on the play. Defensive pass interference. Now we're going to get that back. And we're going to get a first down. Automatic first down. You step on D, dog. What do you do when you let him catch that slant and make the tackle? He gave one away, he got one back. It was just that quick. Now we got a first down and we running the ball. The Patriots running the ball for 3-4 yards a clip. And if you can't get them off the field, then you come out when you eventually get the ball back, you press it. And with Dillon Gable, you can't press because he don't throw the ball down the field. He only throws the ball 5 to 6 yards at a clip. So what are you gonna do? Now on Monday you gonna hear, well, he threw 2 touchdowns. But how did he get them? It wasn't because he was doing great things. It wasn't because he looked good doing it. First down. It wasn't because he did the things, you know what I'm saying? Next week in the chat, come over and play Pac-Man. Y'all can play Pac-Man whenever. We got them on deck. We got a pinball machine over there. See the pinball marble? Yeah, we got it on deck. It is what it is. Dink and dunk Dillon, yeah. It is what it is, man. It's just this offense is bad. It might not be. It's the quarterback. He ain't throwing the ball down the field. Who hurt? Schlesinger. You can't let Schlesinger get hurt, dog. That's who you don't need to be hurt. You need him. You need Schlesinger, dog. That's your defense. That's one of the best linebackers you got. You need that. This offense is just dead, dog. But now you got to get New England off the field. And you're not going to get New England off the field like that. That's what happens when you throw short. But see, the rest of the offense is downfield. You got one crossing pattern. Everybody else is a clear out. They are clearing it out for this one guy to come across the middle. Kevin Stefanski's offense don't look like that. Everybody is bundled up in that group, 5 to 7 yards out. When there go that toss, that quick toss, they can't stop it. It's just been a clinic all day on what to do on offense and what not to do on defense. Kevin Stefanski either needs to revamp his offense or he needs to switch it up altogether because it's not working. Oh, we can't wait for G. Bush and them for the show. We going over there. There they go with that. Fondo! See, that's what the defensive turnover that you need. That's what you need. A fumble. That's what you wanted. That's what you want. You want that fumble. You want them turnovers. But now, what is your quarterback going to do? Is the question. Are we gonna watch G. Bush and them in the post game report and see what they got? We're gonna see what they gonna do. Well, now how we gonna play this out? Show me something. Show me the offense. Dillon Gabriel under center. This is not gonna turn out well. You'd have come out better throwing one of them short crossing passes. Here we go. On the goal line again. We got motion. Oh, they doing play action on the goal line? Oh, that's a safety. That's a safety. That's a safety, dog. That's a safety. Nobody's in that area. That's a safety. That's a safety. That's a safety. You can't do it. Nobody's there. That's 2 points in the ball. Yeah, that's a turnover. That's a safety. You can't do that. You still in the pocket, head in the zone, and nobody's there? Yeah, that's a safety, dog. It wasn't like he was hurried. It wasn't like, but yeah, look at Bailey Zappe just sitting beside the coach, just walking up and down with the coach. Yeah. You can't do that. He gave them 2 points and the ball. You can't do that. That's just bad. I don't know, neither kicking on side. Browns got the ball back. Now we gonna see. Okay, LeVardy. That's LeVardy. If y'all don't know, I got a sports family, and that's all we do. Football, basketball. I got a sports family. That's why they knew so much about football and basketball and shit that y'all were talking. We all watch it. If y'all see the rest of my house, it looks like a damn it looks like a Vegas casino because there's TVs and monitors and shit everywhere, and it's always sports. So dealing with the sack, he's sacked. Yeah, I got video games and shit It's the house that you don't want to leave. My house is built for me to not to go outside. That's the plan, for you to have everything you need in the house so you don't have to go outside and waste your money. And here we go again. He's outside the pocket. Those are the Harold Fanning Jr. for the completion of about 6 yards. Trish, he's a sad sack. Yeah, it's bad, dog. It's the supercomputer Wi-Fi is buffering. I knew that when I saw the Pac-Man. Yeah, you ought to see the rest of it, dog. If I spin this camera, you be like, Snacks, you need to stop. You need to go outside. Piccolini! Oh, he almost had it. He almost had it. That was another pick. He almost had it. He should have been gone with that one. If he was paying attention, that was a pick 6. If you were paying attention, you was going to the house with that. That was a pick 6. He was up the sideline by himself, and nobody was going to stop him. All I'm saying, here we go. Drop back. Watch him throw it to the flat. Throw it to Harold Fanning Jr. 6 yards in front. Nowhere. Nowhere.
Go to the chat.
Yeah, give him a little more.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. They love the boy.
Bye. What
He's
you
a
saying
great
bye to
one.
me?
No, we're not talking to people. Ravens won.
That's it. That was never going to happen again. So, just me.
So I'm in the chat. You in the chat?
Oh, my God. I don't want to be live on your TikTok.
I didn't go live on TikTok except last night with my sister.
They were saying that narrative last week. Look, man. Y'all be ready for the new narrative. Shedeur won't do any better in this offense. Shedeur would thrive in this offense because he's played with porous receivers that can't play like he played. So it's gonna be ridiculous. Where y'all finna go? Lord have mercy. They can't stop the man. Huh? Y'all finna go get food? To the HEB, y'all bring me some chocolate muffins back. Yeah, chocolate muffins. Oh, we gotta switch their phones over. I don't know if we can do it today. With Verizon, ain't the Spectrum. It's Spectrum like.
I have a. Well,
Because we gotta port them over and we need the Spectrum. What's right? To port them over. Oh, Miles is definitely disappointed. Y'all ain't. Miles is so sick because he has put on a Hall of Fame performance. The man got 5 sacks. 5 sacks in one game is damn near impossible. That's only achievable by certain people in certain areas, and it hasn't been done a lot in the NFL, maybe twice. But when you put this type of performance on, and your quarterback is sucking that much, he is not even giving you a chance to win. What you gonna do? Because I gotta be able to do this, and I couldn't get the game without doing what's that. I don't know if I want to keep it because I'm disappointed. Yeah, the Cowboys come on. We don't like Jerry, but we still get to watch it. T. Bush gonna eat this up. Oh, T. Bush gonna come on live in a minute, and we gonna go over there and watch T. Bush in the post game show while this is happening. The Eagles need. You need to make an Eagle shirt, man. Look at man. Y'all know I'm a Cowboys guy, and I don't even like Jerry. Yeah, Miles is tired. Miles is sick of this shit because he out there showing off, and we getting boo boo. Texas Kansas say I'm here to HCB. He need to make some salsa. Yeah, they finna go to HEB too. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about trying to get them chocolate muffins. Them chocolate muffins. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. The internet going. I don't even want to look at Twitter, dog, because I know they is killing Dillon right now. I don't even want to look at Twitter right now. But I know they killing Dillon. I know a lot of y'all don't follow me on Twitter. Y'all need to follow the Yaush account on Twitter, because that's where y'all will find me at. But that's the Twitter account I use the most, because my Twitter account is banned for some crazy reason, and I ain't even done that. But you know, it is what it is. You follow the Yaush account on Twitter, you see it up there in the corner, IEOUSA. Follow that account, and we all there. That's where you can hit me at on Twitter if you want to hit me, seriously. Or you can hit me on Blue Sky or whatever. Only 8 players that had more than 5 sacks in the game. The record is Derek Tomlin. Yeah, Derek Tomlin got scouted. Derek Tomlin was that boy, though. You know what I'm talking about? Probably balled out today. Oh, y'all know where we finna go. Y'all know where we finna go. Y'all know where we finna go. Do y'all know where we finna go? We finna go over here with G. Bush and find these people. You know? We finna go over here with G. Bush in them. We finna go over here with G. Bush in there. That's all I'm saying.
There was no one in the area. What are you talking about? That has to be a mistake. Guys, listen, this is nasty work. Kevin Stefanski has been demoted to, I wouldn't let him be the offensive coordinator for Ohio State. Again, he came out here with his one little drive, did Denny's menu work for one drive, and then guess what? You got smoked. it wasn't even. Do you think the Patriots were really pressed this game? Do you notice how when they play regular teams, the Patriots was like, "Oh, this is light bars. I'm just out here hanging out." There was never a time nobody in a blue jersey felt somebody in a white jersey was going to get a win today. Never. There was never a thought process. By the way, I'm tired of pretending. I can't pretend anymore. I can't pretend anymore that we just watching Dillon Gabriel and we just really making sure that this is a starter. It's not a starter, bro. I saw Drake May. Every week when we play good players, you look at our players and you look at their players. You look at our players, they say, the Browns really don't have anybody over 5'8" at quarterback.
At receiver?
You see what happens when Quinshon Judkins goes out the game, right? Dylan Sampson was getting snatched up like he was outside with the street lights on. Boy, if you don't get yourself back in this house.
Like it was 9 o'clock in the summertime.
9 o'clock, the street lights is on. Get up the street. These dudes be getting yoked up, smacked up, punished. Bro, listen, this game was not close. And by the way, I'm done pretending. We can all listen. The off ramp is available for you guys. Come on over. The off ramp is available. If you gave him an opportunity, you gave him a shot. We did. We didn't even come on here and rag on him and go crazy. But if you think that work out there is going to get you any sort of wins in the future, you won't get wins in the CFL with that type of work. That's CFL type play. And we sitting here putting our capes on. We Captain Kirk. We love us some Stefanski and we love Dillon Gabriel. Hey, man, at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to waste all my little Sunday emotion on them because that's what y'all asked for. That's what we like. But we can't move them, Kevin. Watch. And here's the vicious circle. You see the nasty work. You wait a couple hours. Wait till we get on UCSS tomorrow. McNuggets will toss it up to us. Let's give our reactions, all shotgun reactions. And the first thing you'll hear is, well, what did you think we were going to see, G?
Wow.
Competent football.
Did you hear?
Well, we all knew. I would think that we all know. No, you didn't. Don't speak for me. G. Bush speaks for me. I don't like what the nasty work is being put on the football field. Maybe you guys do.
Did you hear what Jimmy Haslam said this weekend, G?
Jimmy Haslam.
Did you happen to see his comments?
Yeah, I heard the comments. Y'all might want to stop showing up to that place. Comments.
I don't know how to take. If anyone missed what Jimmy said, Jimmy essentially gave Stefanski the vote of confidence. And he said, once again, I messed up under the Sean trade. I'm paraphrasing, but I messed up under the Sean trade. We put Kevin in a tough spot. We still like what he's doing. We believe he can get us out of the
Bush ain't having
hole that we've dug ourselves in. Gee, I don't know how, whether he says that now, and I understand this is before the bye, and now the Browns are, 2-6? Is that the record, 2-6? This was week 8. Yeah, so they're 2-6. Still got 9 games to go, G. If it doesn't look any better, I just don't know how you can keep Kevin Stefanski around. And frankly, if you have
y'all, hold on. I had to clear that off.
maybe Shedeur's better, maybe he's not. It can't be worse, and you can't have a worse offensive showing than we've seen with the Dillon Gabriel-led Browns over the last 4 weeks. And it's not even necessarily all Dillon. The receivers are terrible. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. These receivers are objectively horrific. Isaiah Bond is fast, or I'm not sure he knows how to play football. Like, how does he run to the end zone at one play and then gets forced out of bounds on the catch? Gabriel has to be able to reach him, by the way. It's not all Bond. He didn't turn his head around quick enough. You go back to that Pittsburgh game. The ball hits him in the helmet. That's 100% a Bond issue, not a quarterback issue. It's an entire disaster. But all I know is what we've watched for the last month, and a month is not a tiny sample size. Is it enough? Maybe not, but it's not tiny. It's been horrific on all accounts. Horrific. And that's probably being too nice and generous to the word horrific. I'm not even sure that is a low enough adjective to describe what we've seen. So, Earl, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready for a complete change, not just at the quarterback position, but from an entire offensive philosophy standpoint. And the defense wasn't great today either outside of Myles Garrett. Myles was special. No one else. I saw Keyshawn Boutte make Denzel Ward fall. In a million years, I thought that would happen, and that's the perfect encapsulation of kind of how this game went. The Patriots beat the brakes off Cleveland in every facet, guys. It's bad.
Yeah, I don't even think it's really about X's and O's no more. I know like every week we do fence riders, and when the audience see kind of like what my responses are, the running joke is the Cleveland Browns broke me. The Cleveland Browns ain't break me. I've just made the conscious decision to place my energy elsewhere. It's a whole lot going on. There's a other lot of things that I can be upset about over versus the Cleveland Browns. The reality of the situation is I'm not sure if Kevin Stefanski's message in that locker room still resonates like it once did. The whole mantra of tough, smart, accountable. That sounded good year 1, year 2, year 3. You know, it sounded good probably year 4. But I'm just not sure that after 6 years, the same message is being resonated with in the locker room. I'm wondering if everything about Kevin Stefanski is starting to fall on deaf ears. It's easy to buy in and have blind faith in the beginning, in the early stages. But when you consistently lose or lose more than what you win, like it's something between what you preaching and what the results are that's not adding up. And I'm just not sure if the same energy from the players like is at the level that it used to be. I'm not in that locker room every day. I can't tell you for sure, but all I know is we can sit up here and talk about how bad the roster is and what the Browns don't have, etc. There are certain people that can get more out of less, right? At one point, we believe Kevin Stefanski was one of those people. And so I get it. It's not the exact same roster that it was when we came in ranked in the season number 11 last year, 2024. But it's not like this roster is drastically turned over from before. And so that tells me that something else has went drastically wrong with inside that team, with inside that organization to where the results are what they are. If Jimmy Haslam has this blind faith and this is the continuity that he want to die on, cool, dude. You own this football team. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just a fan that happened to have a job that paid me for opinion. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I look at the Cleveland Browns and they're just stale. And nothing about what's currently going on gets me, or I'm quite sure most fans, excited about things turning around in the future. I find it hard to believe that we are going to reach our ultimate goal of winning the Super Bowl with this current regime. And if Jimmy want to think that, Jimmy, you can think that on your own.
Super Bowl. Let's try scoring 17 points in back-to-back weeks.
But that's why. Here's why I say that the ultimate goal of any NFL franchise is to win a Super Bowl. Our fan base wants to see your Super Bowl. If you trying to preach this whole continuity with Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski and how, like, I made a bad trade, you can put that on me, and I just believe that, you know, if Kevin can dig this out of us, well, Kevin still have to have the ear of the players in the locker room in order to dig out of anything. And so it's not just about one trade. It's not even just about like the roster construction. There's a lot that goes into an organization or a team being good or being bad. And I'm just looking at this situation, and I don't believe that if things remain what they are, that you're going to have an excited fan base or a fan base that believe, like, you know what, better days are ahead. That's just my personal opinion.
I have a hard time arguing.
You listen here. I mean, listen, let's just get down to the brass tacks of it. You know, everybody want to talk about this continuity thing, bro. Continuity, that sound cute. But in real life, when you don't do a job, you get fired. You got 2 weeks to have a bad day at your job and you're gone. You got 2 weeks. That you can have a bunch of stuff go happen. Kevin Stefanski is not, by the numbers, he's not good. By the win-loss total, he's not good. By development, he's not good. By the way he motivates his teams, he's not good. His penalties, it's not good. You can't point to anything that you're seeing on the football field, and I be getting it, man. Everybody, G. Bush, you're just so, G. Bush, you're a clown. Listen, bro, my stats ain't sitting on the football field. If you want to rub Kevin Stefanski's shoulders and that's what you want to do, and you would rather sacrifice the entire organization winning football games and actually doing something. That's why Myles Garrett was mad. Because here's the thing, like, frankly, let's be clear about it. Every 5 seconds, somebody got to talk about Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett got 5 sacks. I don't know how y'all think, you know what 5 sacks look like? Well, people don't get that in their career. So when you put ever
have had 5 sacks in a game, 20 players ever.
He got 5 sacks. The reason he's slamming his helmet is because on Monday and Tuesday, he's going to see people sitting up here and this owner and people in the fans and people saying, oh, we love Kevin Stefanski. And he's sitting here saying, oh, you like him more than what I'm putting on the football field? We got guys breaking their neck trying to win out here. By the way, here's what happens to your offense when you don't have Quinshon Judkins propping it up, by the way. Shoulder a little sore. You see it go right back to zero. Listen, the Cleveland Browns on the football field are not close. They are the closest thing I've seen to an expansion team in a very long time. And the problem is we're used to expansion teams, and we've come to just accept that. At one point in time, maybe if this was New York or Philadelphia or Dallas or San Francisco or Miami, they would have already moved on from half of these dudes, right? Because they're not going to play around. But here, we just like the colors. I get it. You want to wear your colors and like it because your granddaddy was here or your father was here. Some people actually want to win. And so, yeah, if you call me a clown all I want, I'll laugh all the way sitting clowning these dudes in this play on the field. And by the way, I'm a diehard fan, and I've been such. I grew up in the footsteps of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So nobody don't want to win, and nobody want to win as much as I do. But at some point, you got to call a spade, bro. You're sitting here holding on to old garbage and old stuff that ain't going to amount to nothing. Kevin Stefanski, Mike Vrabel was laughing at you today. You see Mike Vrabel? These dudes, I know exactly what they about. I was there. Clown behavior. That's the person you should be worried about calling the clown.
So, G, continuity is a funny word, right? You mentioned it sounds great. When you say continuity, everyone can buy into continuity, right? But do you know when continuity doesn't work? When you're keeping a bad product and you're just continuing to roll it out because you don't want to make a change, right? You're in a bad relationship. Well, I can stay in this relationship because it's comfortable, it's easy, but I'm not happy, or you can go through the uncomfortable phase of making a change and trying to put yourself back on a path to get better. Continuity works in Kansas City. You know why? Because they got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And continuity works in Buffalo when you have Sean McDermott and Josh Allen, right? And there's results that you can fall back on and say, I think these two, this pair, this combination of quarterback, coach, GM, whatever the combination we're talking about is, they have a proven track record to deserve a second chance. And I just challenge anybody. Where is the track record for Kevin and AB to stick around? And if you want to say, well, I'm not sure we can do better, look what we just watched for 60 minutes, guys. Look what we watched against Pittsburgh. And look what we've seen for the majority of this season and last season. What's the record over the last 2 years now? They won, 3 games last year, 2 games this year? So they're 5-19. Like, how much worse do you want to get? And do you trust these two to evaluate and pick a quarterback?
A lot to a little.
Do you? Because that's where it's heading. That's the direction we're heading. So if you want to stay continuous with this regime, you're going to have to see and watch and trust them to develop the next quarterback, whoever that may be. It could be Shedeur. It could be someone they draft. But once again, I'm going to go back to that word track record, G. Where is the track record that we are now sitting on to believe that things are going to change? I like continuity for the most part. But you have to have something to fall back on to be worthy of getting that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance. And I'm just not sure where this particular tandem of Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski go to. And you can look back at the most recent draft class, Earl. It looks good on paper, right? They have a couple players who are playing well, but that's 1 out of 6, right? And Kevin
AJ, you want to know what I thought about?
Coach of the year, but he's had some absolutely miserable years in the middle. And last point, if y'all want to sit through and watch this offense for 17 more games next year, that's on you. Because you look around at any of the teams, it looks like they're playing a different sport than the Cleveland Browns are offensively.
Completely.
And we've gone through multiple quarterbacks, and Joe Burrow looks pretty good in Cincinnati, by the way. He's playing pretty well.
Oh, Flacco's still dropping down
here. So
you want to know what I thought about though, G? We
What's
talking
that,
about
man?
Jimmy Haslam, and you know he has grown to this place to where he can give grace and he has a little bit more patience than what we used to. But I always think back, right? I thought 2018 things was really taking a turn in the right direction. Man, what if John Dorsey didn't hire the wrong coach? Like, would we be in this situation? I don't really know everything that happened behind closed doors, but on the outside looking in, it looks like that John Dorsey lost his job because he hired Freddie Kitchens. But we knew the type of roster that John Dorsey was constructing on this team. And I just go back and wonder, like, man, what happens if he don't hire the wrong coach, or what happens if Jimmy Haslam had this same energy back then that he has now, to the point of, you know what, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to get this right based on everything else I've seen you do. And so when we talk about continuity, Mike, I think you're absolutely right. It's one thing that, like, continuity is a tricky word. You know, you can have toxic and unhealthy continuity, or you can have healthy continuity that's taking you to the next level. We don't believe that we have healthy continuity right now. We have continuity just for the sake of reputation or stereotype, meaning that he being Jimmy Haslam is so known for being like quick on the trigger and firing people, that because he don't want that reputation attached to his name, that all of a sudden he's displaying a level of patience that we've never seen before. And I really think that plays a large part into it. And I do wonder, somewhere in the back of my mind, do he go,
Talking about that right there?
maybe this is just a fan and me pulling for anything to try to make logical sense of what the hell is going on with this football team?
Let me get you. You brought up a case study right there. You brought up the 2019 Browns, and I had to go get back into my calculator and figure out what this was going on. Now, the thought process that Freddie Kitchens was a horrible head coach, right? But what if I told you Freddie Kitchens had more of a prolific season than your boy Kevin Stefanski has ever had? Let me go back and look at the stats. He got fired after this 1 year. So did you know that Baker Mayfield threw for almost 4,000 yards that year? Did you know in Freddie Kitchens' offense, Nick Chubb had 1,494 yards? Did you also know, contrary to popular belief, Odell Beckham Jr. had 1,000 yards? Did you know Jarvis Landry had 1,100 yards? Now, this guy got fired in 1 year, and they laugh at him. But if Kevin Stefanski had anybody that threw for 4,000, no, not close. 1,500 yards on the ground and 2 receivers with over 1,000 yards, and he's the laughing stock. You see, this is the part that gets me.
Right
narrative over facts. Narrative, and it's funny how if you say it enough, and you get people who continuously swing and bring the bell for Kevin Stefanski and his offense, and you tell them his offense ain't even Freddie Kitchens' offense.
Gee, I wasn't here for the Freddie Kitchens era. What was the eventual demise? What was the reason they split ties with Freddie after 1 year?
He had some of the same blunders that Kevin Stefanski did. Time management, couldn't get the play calling would be inexplicable. You had situations with the quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield also that year threw 21 interceptions. That was another thing. Baker Mayfield regressed. But when you talk about it, it's funny how when we go back and look at some of these things and you actually break it down, you say, well, hold on.
It make you go, damn, don't it?
Well, wow. If it was
Big
good
brother
enough to
Mo, I
fire
know
him,
you mad, dog.
then,
That's your squad. You a clean.
We got a little bit of breaking news that we have to mention real quick. Stefanski's at the podium. You have to take into account that he said things right after a game that have not necessarily been true as it moves forward, but Stefanski said, I'm not making a quarterback change. Gabriel will be my quarterback after the bye. We haven't really touched on how bad Dillon played today. We've kind of gone straight to Stefanski. I'll keep my analysis real quick on this short. We'll go around the horn. By far, Dillon's worst game. By far, the first interception, he was 2 yards behind Njoku. We had asked him to throw a deep ball. I'm not sure if chucking a deep ball in a double coverage with Isaiah Bond out there is the right decision to make. But give the cornerback credit. He made a hell of an interception. That was actually a sick catch, the interception.
It was. One hand.
But he threw 2 touchdowns, had 2 picks, 152 yards. I said it when they drafted him. He's a career backup. I felt that's what they drafted him to be, a career backup. And he looks exactly like a career backup. And nothing he did today changed my opinion that he's just not a starting caliber quarterback in football. So we'll see. What do you guys think?
Man,
right? It's just man.
It's one of those things where this is why I've always said, well, the Browns feel that so-and-so. Well, the Browns, for right or wrongly, the Browns feel. I don't care what Kevin Stefanski feel. I feel, you know what? Here's what we need to do. I'm actually glad about this. Don't even talk about Shedeur Sanders. Set him aside. Let him just sit. I don't care. I'm tired because what it starts to be is you'll use that as a distraction to do the conversation. Don't even say Shedeur. Forget that. let's talk about Dillon Gabriel's merits on the football field and Kevin Stefanski's merits. On their merits and what they are doing, it's what everybody saw. They talked about everybody. Oh my goodness, he's a 5th round pick. Listen, Dillon Gabriel really is a 5th round pick. I mean, you want to talk about being overdrafted in the 3rd round? Like, let's keep it real. He's a great kid, great guy. I have no problem with him. But if you are an analyst or you sitting here watching these games on television, listen, man, on his own merits, 12 aside, this is regular at best. It's and I didn't even say regular. I mean, what were you doing in the end zone nonchalantly on a safety? You're a quarterback. You're the supercomputer. You're supposed to understand that, listen, if there's nobody in the area, at least throw it 40 yards downfield out of bounds. Don't summarily drop it 2 yards and then everybody's looking around like, was there a guy out there? No, you can't do that, bro. So that's 3 turnovers and more points. So to me, I'm not gonna just look. We got to we'll make believe for a couple more weeks that it's not that bad until he plays himself completely out of the position, and then we'll be able to say, well, you guys, and then it'll be, well, I mean, no one ever thought Dillon was going to be a franchise guy anyway. Why don't we just skip the pleasantries and get to that after game 4, so we don't have to play the game anymore, right?
This is how I look at it, right? I said back after they drafted Dillon Gabriel as we got closer to the season.
They not about that life.
All the rookies, I will be evaluating him closer than anybody else. Because for the first time, we believe that Kevin Stefanski had the opportunity to pick his quarterback. This is the quarterback that he picked. Based on the things that he liked most, the little bullet points that everybody lists, the pros and the cons. He was a supercomputer, right? His processing speed was very, very fast. His intelligence was through the roof. We seen his poise. We seen his command of the offense. In my mind, right, if Kevin Stefanski is, hey, this is my guy, this is the quarterback I want. I ain't never had the opportunity to get my guy. This is my guy. If this is your guy and you believe that you as a head coach can get the most out of Dillon Gabriel, again, I said that they were operating like they found a needle in a haystack. People thought I was being a hater. But if this is your guy, I can only assume that means Kevin Stefanski believes I can get the absolute most out of Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel been short. So in my mind, you should have him at minimum looking like he did his senior year in college. At minimum, he should still be capable of doing the basics that got him to the point of being draft eligible and ultimately drafted by an NFL team, right? His measurables been his measurables, his left hand been his left hand, all of that. So as a head coach, if you know that jobs are on the line, maybe they are, maybe they ain't. If you know that all this fan pressure is on you to see what you can do as far as growth and development, this is the dude by all accounts that you selected. And so no matter how fast his processing speed is, no matter how poised he is, no matter how much command he looks to have of the offense at times, at the end of the day, the results are not great at all. No. And so that says a lot about you, Kevin Stefanski, but it also says a lot about what we knew about Dillon Gabriel. Mike, lead producer of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, he gives me a task all the time, especially around draft time, about, okay, this is the list of players per position that I need like you to do it, get information on and create graphics for it. Not once did he ever come to me and say, I need you to do anything on Dillon Gabriel. When we look at all these different draft experts, when we look at everybody who are smarter than us and study this and have done this for a living, I can't think of one that had him rated in the top 6 of quarterbacks, and I can't think of one that had him rated in the top 150 of overall players. But when I say that the Browns are operating like they found a needle in a haystack, it just goes to the mantra. I'm not saying that it's true, but from the outside looking in, y'all do act like y'all smarter than everybody. Y'all do walk around like y'all got some special formula that everybody else ain't figured out, and that y'all can cook up something that nobody ever cooked up before, and it's going to be great. They have shown us more often than not that is not the case. Browns fans was tired, man. They fed up, man, and pissed off, and rightfully so. I don't look at Dillon Gabriel and say, okay, I believe that this is going to get better. That's just my personal assessment. Is it fair to really come to a conclusion over any NFL player after 4 career starts?
Yes.
No. But if I'm basing you what I've seen in 4 games, man, ain't nothing special there. And Kevin Stefanski should be fired even more so, because I'm trying to understand why you couldn't get the most out of the dude that you said that you wanted. In my mind, if you want him, you know how to use him. You don't know how to do a damn thing.
I mean, the fact they took him in the 3rd round just, once again, speaks volumes to the fact that they saw him as a backup.
This is horrible.
Like, you don't draft your future starting quarterback in the 3rd round. You don't. It's never happened with the intention of drafting the future face of your franchise, which is the starting quarterback, that late. If you like Dillon that much, he would have been a 1st round pick. I think they took him to be a backup. He's played like a backup quarterback, and that is a low bar, but that's
Dillon Gabriel's not an NFL quarterback. You got to
And it's a shame that we have to come on here every Sunday, guys, and talk about a football team that is as incompetent as humanly possible when it comes to their offensive performance. And I also want to give a shout out to the 8,000 plus people we got watching right now, Earl.
Crazy.
That is a new UCSS record for any program we've ever done. So shout out to you guys for joining us in this therapy session following a miserable
McNuggets, they only here
from
to
the
see
Cleveland Browns. We appreciate it.
That's all they was here for.
Yeah, we really do. So thank y'all for tuning in with us.
Y'all don't realize G. Bush.
It just sucks that we don't have a better product to talk about. And like we could talk
anybody else.
Right? Last week they won, but we were like, yeah, they didn't really play that well. The Dolphins just sucked. The Dolphins scored 31 points today, by the way. 2 through 4 touchdowns, no picks. all these teams seem to have like bad games, and it's like, oh, they sucked 1 week, but they bounced back, right? Carolina had won 3 in a row. Buffalo, who had lost 2 in a row, then had a bye. They put up 40 today on Carolina. And obviously, Buffalo has Josh Allen, different example, but look how Tua looked against us last week, right? It was horrible. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And then he looks competent again. Well, where's our week of, hey, it looked competent. It worked. Right? Like, just where is that? And that's just why I'm getting frustrated and fed up, because they don't have that. It worked. Even when they beat Green Bay, Earl,
it was last week.
Points.
You got your money off last week, McNuggets.
Like I'm telling you, the rain forced the competent game plan. Dillon Gabriel threw the ball less than 20 times. Quinshawn Junker ran it 25. The rain forced you to play competent.
They don't
like
build the
AFC
damn dome.
North Cleveland style of football. The
Build
rain forced you to lean on your best player and not try to force your own damn agenda. The rain, Mike. That was it was the rain last week.
Then we have to change.
We can stand the rain.
Plans, Earl.
Okay?
We don't need a dome. We need a sprinkler, a giant sprinkler system over Huntington Bank Field on the lake, and make it rain every game. Like if the Browns need a second act from Mother Nature to play some competent looking offensive, and let's be honest, the offense wasn't even good last week.
No,
Quinshawn had 1 long run. He had 1 46-yard run. He had 24 carries for 36 yards. Dillon Gabriel completed 12 passes. It wasn't good. Just Miami was worse. Like, we haven't seen a good offensive showing yet in 8 games, 7 games. What's their record? I think it's 7 games.
What's their record?
Hey man, people run around here.
No, 8 games. They're 2-6. Like, and the defense played like absolute dog crap on the road again today. Can we get a halfway? I'm fed up. Thank God the Cavs play tonight. Sorry, I'm ranting now. Thank God the Cavs play tonight. Or if the Cavs lose, like, I don't know what we're gonna do. I may lose my gasket. I may just pop off.
I'm gonna knock everything over if the Cavs lose tonight. I'm knocking everything over. Like, I know, like, we shouldn't be crossing over, but I bet I never see a damn performance like that out of Evan Mobley. And me and you sitting up here like cash and checks, green light and everything. We got all this Evan Mobley stock. Man, listen, everybody's entitled to a bad game, but you are Evan Mobley. I bet not ever see you take 12 shots in the game for the rest of this season. Like that can't happen.
Progressing.
So, shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers, hopefully for giving us something to be more energized about by the later on tonight than where we are right now.
Earl, give me your give me your final thoughts. And we have 70 plus super chats, so we're gonna have to fly through those. So Earl and I can get to Rocket Arena.
Final thoughts is, look, man. At this point, you look at the Cleveland Browns. It don't take all of that to switch your organization around. You might very well been there 5-6 months, and they didn't put it together, right? Look at all these other teams that continue to put it together. Hey, looks like Jackson Dart is figuring it out, huh? Looks like he's competent. But Tom Brady said one thing. He said, we always rank in quarterbacks. He said, but we never rank offensive coordinators and head coaches. we want to put everybody in the top 10 or the top 5. He said, but what happens if you're a quarterback and you got the 32nd worst head coach and the 28th worst play caller? He said, how do you feel like you're going to go out there and you're going to show yourself? And I said, well, for the Cleveland Browns, unfortunately, their head coach is their play caller. So when you're 32 out of 32, and by the way, I don't think we take anybody else over. Who you taking? I mean, it's a very small list you're taking. That you would take Kevin Stefanski over at this point.
He's in a conversation that you can't really argue against for bottom of the league right now.
So at this point, we look at these other teams and they have Drake May, and you watch these other teams and they got their quarterbacks, but every single year you continue to let this guy sit around.
We can close it.
You're gonna have another year or 2 years that you're gonna have to bury yourself and dig out of a hole. Because here's the biggest problem. If you want to keep Kevin Stefanski around, and this guy's eyes told him that Dillon Gabriel was the second best quarterback in this draft, and he's the one making an evaluation in this year's draft where everything is a 50-50. If you drafted anywhere in this first round next year in this 26 class, it's 50-50. It's just toss up. Who knows, right? But you trusted him to take him. That's where you really set your organization back, is bringing him back an extra year and letting him use your high capital on a quarterback that you attached to for 4 to 5 years.
All right, super chat. Hey, we literally have 80 super chats. So unless you feel a need to, you have to respond. Let me read these so we could be here for 3 hours doing them. XY Juju says, look at our supercomputer go. Steve says, Variable put the work on us. Kevin needs to go. Demonic Drag says, why isn't Kevin such booty at play calling after the first 15 scripted plays? I'll give him the first 15. Otherwise, he's cheeks. They don't adjust after the first 15, right? Like, it feels like they come out with something that works. They find someone on film. The defense adjusts. They cover it up, and then Stefanski and them never.
No, my friends say, you know what me and my friends say that's worse than that? If somebody is like really, really ass, we say they dookie juice.
That is disgusting.
That's nasty. I don't like that.
Exactly.
Zach says, my name is Bobby Reed, and I know the Browns deactivated Sanders as an excuse to why he didn't play. This is trash. GG's awful. Our guy Boog, who came on the show, Shedeur's homie, said Shedeur's legit hurt. So I'm gonna trust Boog over this super chatter. No offense, Bobby Reed.
Hey, I don't need to. No, you sit right over there. You let them coach and throw out of their way. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trusting Boog on that one. HNT says Earl. Raptor says error cannot compute one team rep since May. He's terrible. Only touchdown on a scripted drive, wide open, 0 tight windows throws. Time for 12. Juju's PSN said supercomputer beep 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 beep. Squizerm says 5 sacks franchise record. Offense blew it again. Fire Kevin, bench Dillon. The offense is horrible. Needs to be fired. Needs to be fixed. Xavier Jones says heartbreaking. HNT says barbershop. Raptor Jr. says G-Man, your series. Age like fine wine, 1965 IBM. Paul, the true believer, says, so we are tired of fake injuries to make inadequate starting quarterback feel comfortable. Can we just skip all the fake injury stuff? I'm trusting Boog. Do you guys think he faked the injury?
All right, so it's funny that you said that because I wasn't going to say anything, but I follow Boog on social media. And I was on air yesterday when the news came down about the back injury. I kind of like was reserved. I was playing around with my co-host. Like, I wonder how he got hurt. He don't even get a chance to do nothing. How he get hurt? But then I seen Boog tweet it out. And then we all know if you follow Boog, like he
keeps it real.
He don't mince words.
Yeah.
And so because he's so close to Shedeur and because you can't really trust what's what, if somebody that I know for a fact got his best interest at heart is saying that he was hurt, I'm going to trust the fact that he was hurt.
Yeah, listen, bro, he first of all, he's not going to take himself out of the game. If you say he hurt at the end of the day. So, 2, I'm not even going to get caught. That's beside the point. Like, people think that there has to be.
It's one of the distractions that the other people be doing.
No, that ain't. No, let it stay right on them right now. Don't you give me the. Who cares if he out? No. We're gonna go to the bye. You let them stand on this performance. Don't ask
you gonna get this work.
12. Nobody. What did you do today?
All right. So we're gonna skip any fake injury ones for the rest of the super. Just a heads up. We're just gonna skip them. We've addressed it. HNT says Miles was mad. Squizm
Shout out
says
to
in
Miles,
1973,
man.
MS
Miles
DOS
pissed off,
mainframe
bro.
got smoke coming from the motherboard, 2 interceptions, a safety, and a throwaway pass, multiple passes again. Mike Burns says, it's not they don't scheme guys open. Gabriel doesn't see them as they're afraid to make the throws. He is not good. This is crazy, this quarterback play. Zoe's father, 1980, says, we have passed supreme nasty work to diabolical.
Ooh.
Miss Bell 70 says, hey, tell Miles all money ain't all good money. B. Haas says, Vrabel turned New England around in half a season. We're still in the same spot after 6 years, but big continuity. Jimmy holds your team accountable for something. Econ says, can we all agree that Stefanski has been longing now about DG? Miss Bell says, tell Stefanski and Haslam DG is done growing. Bill Rodewald says, I've been patient on DG. He doesn't elevate anyone. Hope Shedeur is ready for how nasty his debut is going to be. Hope his insurance is paid up. Paul the Believer says, you guys are easy to prepare for. All you have to do is shut down the run and force Dillon to throw the ball. And the Browns, here we go again with the L. Christopher Robbins says, Miles' post-game is going to be nasty work. He has not spoken yet. I am very excited to see what he said. Lord of the Drip OG says that safety was wild. G Quavos 2 says it's not science. Dillon can't throw past 40. Vrabel seen that and said, nope, we're sitting 10 yards back, hitting everything. You're going to lose every time. Marcus Page says, I have no idea what further proof they need to put Shedeur in. We at least should see if Shedeur can overcome this limited outfit to some degree. Palace Life Kid says, hopefully a good Cleveland Cavs win against another team our horrible owner owns will make me feel better. Probably not, LOL. Squizm said DG threw that ball late, which is why it wasn't a touchdown. Bond was standing there waiting, had to jump to get it. Clean your glasses. I just did clean my glasses.
He was open.
Squizm. TW says Sanders
sure
can't
was
run
open.
this type of offense. Lies. Bobby Sterling says call him DG because he's Dollar General. Miss Bell says Shedeur is better in his sleep and stop showing Shedeur dancing around and practicing, then say he's hurt. He played with a fractured back at CU. Imacon says, wonder how Jason's going to spin this one. Warriors for Life says, can't wait to watch 2 clips of DG's mistakes. Samuel Santana says, was Kevin looking at his coloring book? Soul Jiha says, if not for Shedeur, half of us would not be here waiting for the Browns. Are trash right now. Malibu Ken says, Shane Falco looked good today for the Bengals. DW said, DG isn't it. I'm tired of him. Give the fans at least something they want. The D can play ball. The D can't play offense too. Derek Easter Day says DG finally ran into defenders that can catch. Vigilant Hawk says, McNuggets, you're wrong. DG's to blame for the helmet pass. That was not a drag, a slant. That's an offense problem. Today is on DG. No, you're wrong. That was 100% on the receiver not turning his head against Pittsburgh. G. Earl, do we want to address that or just move on?
You talk about the
You're on
one
mute.
where he hadn't even helmet?
Against Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, he ran. First of all, he ran the wrong route. And then when he ran the wrong route, he didn't turn his
Did
head
y'all
around
freeze?
because he didn't know what the depth. So it hit him in the head. So that went on him.
Yeah.
It was still funny across the
All right,
board.
But
Jesse
it was
says,
funny,
how does Stefanski still have a job? He has no major accolades in coaching outside of 2 times Coach of the Year, which, by the way, is voted on by the AP. Zach Sheila says 12 straight rows.
So the writers vote on that. The writers vote on it? It's not the players or the coaches? I didn't know that.
Are you being serious, G?
Nah, just joking.
Okay. I was going to say, come on now. I know you know that.
Bush ready to cook.
Sly says, remember when people were mad Deshaun wanted to change the offense? Paul the Believer says, you guys are ridiculous. Gabriel was throwing picks in practice. No long balls. It's check down, bubble screens, backup at best. Vernell Jackson says, Gabriel should have 12 picks in 4 games. BD Dog says, as a former defensive player, if I was in the locker room, there's no way I could believe in what I see on the offensive side of the ball or Gabriel. Squizzer says this is about Stefanski. Stop throwing AB in. Josh Bryan says DG threw 2 back-to-back interceptions and a lot of safety. 60-70% of the loss is on him. Sly says Stefanski wasted 2 top 10 quarterbacks. Mr. Kirby says only reasoning the offense scored over 17 last game is because Junkins didn't run that pick in. Stefanski's offense is not it. Travis Talley says screw a Super Bowl. We just want to be competitive, have a chance to win. Zip'em says continuity went out the door with Baker. Sly says, with each week, I believe 4 is washed less and less. Viva Hernando says, can't do better. Hire the last 2 Miami head coaches. Flores, head coach DC, McDaniels, the OC, then win and prosper. Problem solved. Q Dog says, Huntley and Flacco played better than Gabriel. Red Duck says the saddest part, I was fooled into thinking it would be a good game because of how we started. Kevin Miller said Freddie went 500 in the division. Thought through
That's crazy.
Through the Fire podcast said Stefanski just dared the owner to fire him by doubling down on Gabriel. Christopher Robbins said we need a boycott, strength in numbers. Blow and Za says Google who AB helped draft under John Dorsey. You can stop with this 1-6 nonsense. He drafted Baker, Chubb, Jenkins, Miles, Denzel, JOK, Carson, etc. Torrance Smith says shady Cleveland sports media takes. 1, supercomputer can't process. 2, no turnovers. 6, turnover-worthy plays today. Mike Burns says DG is a processor on dial-up. Christopher Robbins, Stefanski's daring Jimmy to fire him, saying he's continuing to move forward with Dillon. Jimmy's grandkids are going to fire Kevin. Ryan,
that's kind of funny work.
Fire everybody. Happett Valley Farms, DG is losing trade value the longer he plays. D4L Josh, the Feds need to check this offense. King Adam, the only thing the Browns cooking is L's. JA says the Stefanski can wound the spirit of another man's child. Frustrates us. He's a clown. AB, he drafted well, including a quarterback. Stefanski gets to fall alone. Emos says, please trade Shedeur to the Jets. Got Ham something labs. When the suds died down, the dirt will show DG. OG Powers, if you want to see good offense, look at the first preseason game. James Mace, same old Browns, blowing Zai. AB is the last tether to John Dorsey. Sashi didn't give us this team. A lot of y'all really uninformed. AB will leave, make another Detroit. Early B, hey G. Dillon is the check down king. Malibu Ken, Drake May, 24 pass attempts. Dillon Gabriel, 35. Juju season, Stefanski and DG smell like hot dog water. James Mace, it's only a matter of time. Marcus Page, the work was nasty in the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. James Mace scores comfortably in the catbird seat. Independent thinker says Kevin just said he's keeping Dillon after the bye.
Y'all know how we close these
David Walker, with my time coaching and quarterbacks, you have to understand they would rather do it their way than lose and make changes trying to win.
We have to do the Dallas.
Unhappy Meal Gang, fire that goofy Kevin Stefanski. He's booty. Drewski, the supercomputer, he has a virus. And last but not least, V Miracle, the offense looking like the longest yard 2.0. We appreciate the super chats. We'll break this down tomorrow on UCSS. Earl and I got to hop over to the Cavs arena. G. Bush, have a great night. Go Browns. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, G. Bush, go cook. Y'all already know. And we are off of that. And we are back here with just you and I. The squad, my family is gone. They out of here. And as people were reminded, if you didn't know, this is Jimmy Haslam and his family last weekend in Cleveland at the home game, all wearing Shedeur Sanders jerseys. But it is what it is. Today, that game was abysmal at best. At best, the game was abysmal. Let's get into it. Dillon Gabriel, 156 yards, 21 of 35, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Drake May, 18 of 24, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Defensive player of the game is Myles Garrett, 5 sacks. One of those sacks was a forced fumble. The Cleveland Browns had 213 yards of total freaking offense. 77 of those yards came on the first drive. The New England Patriots had 424 yards of total offense. Both teams had 2 turnovers. The Patriots had 23 first downs. The Browns had 12. The Patriots were 3 for 11 on third downs. The Cleveland Browns were 2 for 11 on third downs. 1 for 3 was the Cleveland Browns on fourth downs. 2 for 3 in red zone attempts with 1 missed field goal attempt. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. Dillon Gabriel at his finest was horrible in this game. Dillon Gabriel, 2 interceptions, should have been 3 to 4, remains the check down king. Dillon Gabriel did nothing to help this offense progress. Dillon Gabriel showed nothing of progression of himself. Coming into this game, we knew the New England Patriots were one of the best run-stopping teams in the NFL, which was only going to lead to Dillon Gabriel to be pass-happy in this offense. And they sat on everything below 10 yards and dared Dillon Gabriel to throw beyond 10 yards. And he didn't. One deep pass he threw was intercepted. One touchdown he threw, wide open. Second touchdown he threw, should have been a pick. Dillon Gabriel, as a quarterback, is not progressing. Dillon Gabriel, as a quarterback, is not seeing the defense, is not seeing the field. Kevin Stefanski, as a play caller, is not a good play caller. This offense is putrid at best. This offense is going nowhere. Either you change the play caller or change the one on the field running the play. One or two things have to change because there has been no difference between week 1 and now week 8. Everything looks the same, everything plays the same, and nothing has changed. And every defense in the NFL knows what you're going to do. Me, as a casual viewer, sitting at home, or calling your plays, or knowing what's next. So imagine what the professionals know. There is no way that you can consider Dillon Gabriel as a starting quarterback in the NFL. At this point, where week after week, balls are being put into harm's way. Yes, he only has 2 interceptions on his record. But how many has he put in harm's way? Dillon Gabriel, at minimum, should have 8 interceptions. At minimum, should have 8 interceptions. All of those that were dropped, all of those that were knocked down. Dillon Gabriel is a walking turnover at this point. He doesn't stretch the defense. He doesn't scare the defense. There is no way you can say you want to win with this minimalistic offense. There is no way you can win. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks on the day. Most people don't get 5 sacks in the season. And you're wondering why he's on the sideline throwing his helmet, banging it against the ground, screaming and hollering and cursing because he can get no production and no help from his offense. And all he has done was provide you with the material to win. Carl Schlesinger got a pick. A rookie linebacker picks off the ball, and you don't even get 3 points out of the turnover. This offense is horrible. This offense is putrid. A lot of things need to change. The quarterback, the offensive coordinator, the head coach, the defensive coordinator did not call a good game either. It's a lot of things that need to be changed. This looked like Colorado football last night. Bad, horrible, can't stop nothing. And this shouldn't happen. Either way it goes, something has to be done. Dillon Gabriel is going to get 2 weeks to prepare for the worst offense in the NFL, who just so happened to beat the Bengals in a comeback victory. today. Joe Flacco put up 38 points and still lost to the Jets by 1. This is the worst offense in the NFL, and I don't even have to look at the stats. Miami puts up better yards than this, and they completely turn the ball over at all times. But I promise you, if I go look at Miami stats right now from today's game, I bet you they are better than Dillon Gabriel's, and they might have even won. This offense is bad. This offense is horrible, and a lot of changes need to happen. Kevin Stefanski doesn't want to see doesn't want to see Shedeur Sanders on the field. He wants to prove himself right with doggone Dillon Gabriel. Somebody is going to have to step up and make some changes, because the head coach, who is the offensive coordinator, either needs to let go of the offensive coordinator part or needs to be fired altogether. Because either way it goes, he is not making good decisions. But anyway, y'all know what it is. We've been on this thing almost 4 hours, and now they want me to do a Dallas Cowboy stream. So y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notification bell on if you don't have it on. We're going to get out of here, man. We're going to take a break before we crank up this Dallas Cowboy stream, because we're going to do it. So y'all give me a minute. We're going to get out of here so we can refresh, reassure, and come back. But I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out.